And welcome to Let's Talk About Me podcast. I am bald. I am slightly tanned. I am still having a massive midlife crisis. And today I am chatting with Jenny. I will never ever say your name normally. It's always that from now on.
That's the official way to say it.
Absolutely.
It's my title.
Absolutely. We have Luke Matthews to thank for that, but we'll explain that later.
You see in Brody's promo sheet they dressed me that way as well.
Yes, I caught that. Yeah, first thing, Jenny. But yeah, so I'm gonna have a chat with Jenny today. Usual rubbish out of the way first. If you want to get in contact with me, it's official Let's Talk About Me at gmail.com. Instagram is my main social media burden. It's Instagram at Let's Talk About Me 1. I am also on the TikTok because I try to be cool with the young kids, and that is Let's Talk About Me 6. And I'm amazed I managed to remember all that because you normally have it written down. And also, you may have noticed that things look a little bit different. That's because I'm an idiot. Usually, the room was a little bit smaller to record in. And I'm currently in what used to be my living room. And I would record upstairs. This madman came up with the idea to switch them round. So now my living room is upstairs, and this room filled with all my nerdy stuff is down here. And this is my pride and joy, this table under these protective mats. And it's a good table to record on, I think, so far. I mean, it's beefy. It's a beefy table.
It's a really nice table.
It's a board game table.
Yeah.
And I'm so nerdy. And I'm not even ashamed to say it. It's a board game table.
I feel like everyone aspires to have that though.
Absolutely.
Like,
it was like my dream purchase.
Yeah. Oh,
it
so
was.
Sick.
It was like I got into I only got into board gaming, which is really weird considering how much is there. I only got into it just before COVID. I think I remember when I had like 2 games just sitting on my wee shelf, and I was like, wow, I got 2 board games that I'll never play because nobody plays them with me. And then it just kind of grew, and then there was more, and then more, and then more, and then it becomes a problem.
An addiction.
No. It is. I mean, I couldn't tell you how, like, there's so many there's games there as I'm looking at, and I'm like, I haven't played it in like 5 years. But it's always that one, like, I'm going to play that next week.
Exactly. At least you've played it once, you know? I feel like...
Worse is, I don't think I ever played it once properly.
No? Oh.
It's, well, you know, like, you know yourself, you got to play a game a few times to get your rules and everything.
Yeah, to get the hang of it.
But... So, Jenny.
Yep.
I'm going to just roll into it straight away because I love the cold sweat, the look of fear in the eyes. Here is the question.
Okay.
Jenny, who the fuck are you?
That's a very good question. I am a 20-year-old now. I just had my birthday, so that's weird to say. 2 decades I've been alive, honestly.
Coasting.
I know. I'm just so delighted. No, I'm still as immature as ever, but I'm not going to uni or anything like my other friends. I just have a job, like a part-time job at the co-op at the minute. Obviously, don't want to be there forever, but it works at the minute. Just getting more experience, like saving up and then figuring out what I want to do.
There's no rush.
Yeah, exactly.
There is no rush, especially when you're in Caithness. It's fucking dead slow.
Just like a straight line of, what's going on? Nothing.
It's a flat line. It's a flat fucking line.
But I don't know. To be honest, I'm an incredibly nerdy person. Like, I love video games,
it's
films.
the reason why you're here
now,
Jenny.
TV shows, like Dungeons and Dragons, stuff like that. Like, I love video games so much. That's how I met my friends, or like made my friend group that I have now. Like, we all bonded through that. Like Liam.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into that. Yeah, get into that.
I wasn't born up here though.
You weren't born up here?
Nope.
News to me.
So I'm a twin.
You're a twin, okay.
Yep.
It's magic.
I know.
Identical twin or just like a twin?
I'm just a twin.
A twin.
No. But we're not identical. He's a boy, so I hope we don't look alike. I mean, that'd be quite worrying.
Keep your mouth shut, Dave. Keep your mouth shut.
I'm the youngest of like my whole family. I have 4 older brothers.
4
Yep.
older brothers.
Yep.
4.
Yep. I was born in Dundee because like me and my brother were so premature. My mum had to go all the way down to Dundee, and also because At one point, she was the oldest woman in Scotland to have twins. She was 50.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
right now, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know that, but I do know that
Yeah.
because just the usual shit. Everyone talks behind your back.
Mm-hmm.
But no, somebody had mentioned that to me. I can't remember who, and it wasn't even like gossiping. Somebody's like, "Did you know that Jenny's mum is like the oldest woman to have twins or something?" And my reply, by the way, was my typical reply. I went, "Oh, like the couple of still game." I was like, oh, so
Former though, she no longer holds that record. Apparently there was
just like the couple of still game.
Yeah. Apparently there was a woman a few weeks later who better.
A few weeks later.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, my mum was.
She couldn't even let her have like a full year of that.
I know, but apparently at that time there's actually like newspapers trying to get hold of like my family and that, which is bizarre to think about.
Well.
Like, but obviously they said no, they weren't interested. But yeah. So my mum was 52 when she had me and my brother.
Wow.
Yeah. She will kill me for saying that, so I'm just not going to show her this.
Well done. No, I mean, I'm just me with my brain, the way it works. Does that not? I mean, obviously it's unique, so that makes it special. But it's also like, I'm going to go a bit weirdly heavy here. So, my brain always works like, as much as I don't like people, many people,
Same.
all the people,
Same.
I always have that bit that goes in my mind about how, like, mathematically, to turn out as you are, who you are, your DNA code, your structure, your personality, your upbringing, all that kind of stuff. Like like butterfly effect shit, you know what I mean? Like the chances of you being you as you.
Yeah.
Well, that's like quantum for you due to the
the
age.
It's crazy, right?
And again, that makes you as a person more special.
Maybe.
I mean, you don't like being positive about yourself anyway.
No.
But, I mean, when you think about the chances, are massive.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, you were in Dundee.
Dundee, yeah. So I think I'm gonna get this wrong. I think we're meant to be born in like August, right? We were born in May, so we were super premature.
What?
Yeah. So we were born like what? Quite 4 months or I don't know. Yeah, 4 months early.
Wow.
So I was £2.12 and he was £2. He was £2 when he was born.
Away.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Which is mental. Because like I think my brother was quite ill or something. I don't know. Because we were in incubators for ages. Like I see photos from that time. We looked like aliens. Like our skin was just completely translucent. Still look like aliens, but we're covering it.
Well, funny then. If not funny, obviously. It's so fucking funny that you almost died. Jamie.
Yeah,
I
am still here.
Funny. No, I was the same. I was extremely premature. I don't have any claim to fame. I don't know an awful lot about my early days, but I was extremely premature, and I was I was born. But I was so premature and I was so teeny and so small. I ended up going into a Royal Air Force helicopter.
Oh, wow.
Because it was the only thing that was fast enough to get me to Inverness.
Wow.
And off I went. And I don't have any other information because, my mum never mentioned it much. And my dad obviously mentioned it, but he was only there for the birth and then off. All I remember though is that I think it could still be in my dad's house somewhere upstairs. There is a picture of my dad. Pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a picture of my dad on the air platform bit, and you see the helicopter taking off.
Wow.
That's it.
That's cool though. Like you can say I've had a ride on an Air Force
I wish
helicopter.
I could fucking remember it, but yeah, it was. But apparently, it was really touch and go. I was really lucky, because I was the same. Like I was very small. I think I've seen one photo of me in an incubator, but it's long gone. I don't know where that is. So. Yeah, incubators.
Yeah, for the win. That's why we're still here. Big up in incubators.
Big up the incubators.
But yeah, 4 older brothers.
How long were you like? Did you live in Dundee for a while?
Yeah, what was he like okay, maybe not a year, but we were there for like a long while, 9 months.
Was that just because you were so premature?
Oh yeah, because we were so small.
Yeah. So how long
we
were you
in
the
neonatal unit, I think.
Yeah.
Like how long? I want to say 9 months or something, like like a
Wow.
really long time.
Jesus, so you were really lucky, you and your brother.
Yeah, definitely, or maybe like 6 months. But to be honest,
That's a long time, though.
quite a long time.
That's a long time, very long time.
Like, I'm sure if I asked my mum, she'd tell me more about it. But yeah, it's crazy. We do have a lot of like pictures and videos from that time though, which I love, like looking through old CDs and like actual like printouts and just looking at all this stuff and trying to like make sense of it.
See, I know in my brain that I can work this out, but me and numbers don't get on, right? So you're 20.
Yes.
So we're in 2025. So you were born in 2005.
Yes.
So that means, yes, you will have all the technology to, at that point. Yeah. Whereas my old ass, I'd be lucky if I get microfilm and you go, you know, in the microfilm, you go to the library and go,
wow.
the machines. You ever seen? Oh, you've seen them in movies.
I must have seen them. Yeah.
Like,
what, to actually just look at the
a
small version?
Like the I can't remember what they call them, but you go into like, you used to be able to go in the library and you look into like a visor, and you turn the thing and it goes, and you see the newspaper articles.
Yeah.
They're in, like all the crime films.
Yeah. No,
yeah, I'd be lucky if I'm in that.
Wow.
but yeah, so you've got the like footage and things.
Yeah, like I'm lucky in that aspect, you know, like it's cool. But it's funny seeing how terrible the quality is. Like back then, it must have been like the coolest, because so
look here, whippersnapper.
Oh, sorry.
Terrible the quality is. You have not had to sit through 1980s, 1970s VHS. You haven't lived for Betamax. Never mind VHS.
No. Oh god, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, you've never had the burden of being like, I'm gonna watch my all-time favorite movie right now, and then not only do you put it in, and then you just want to watch, like say you had a shit day, right?
Yeah.
Like, I was a kid, so maybe I've just had a really shit day, and I'm like, I want to watch my favorite thing, and put it in, and it's not rewound.
Oh, so you have to.
Oh, you gotta wait an extra like 4 minutes for the, and then once it's playing, and you're like, yes, right, sit down now, and then you're watching it, you get really invested in it, and then the
Oh, it skips.
No, it just goes wow, like the whole screen will wow. Yeah. Folk will know what I'm talking about. It goes wow, and then the sound goes wow, and then you're like, okay, that was one. I'll let that go, and then it goes, and you realize like my tape is fucked.
Oh no, yeah. The only thing I can think of is like with a CD, if it's scratched, you put it in, and it just.
Yeah. See, like I think it's different back then because like some of us would put up with, like I had VHSs I put up with that it was so bad that when you opened it, it looked chewed inside.
Ooh.
To the point they would snap. Once it snapped, you were done.
That's it. Done.
You were done.
Yeah.
You were fucked. I mean, some people could, you miss a couple of seconds of the movie, but
especially if it's your favorite part, though. Like, think about it.
I mean, it's just bad enough that like, because it was like the tape, big chunky thing, and when she felt it was done, it was done. But DVDs were, I mean, I've scratched a good few DVDs, so it's kind of they say early. You might have been around. I mean, you maybe remember. Do you remember the early DVD machines? They were big chunky bitches.
Maybe.
Because they were like, obviously we were talking a little bit. Obviously, we started, and I mentioned how, I lived through the VHS and DVD came along, whereas they were both there.
Yeah, for me, yeah.
But when it first came out, the DVD machines were like massive, and I had one. It was my dad's. And I remember, so yeah, right. So the DVD player was going on the frets. There was something just not quite right about it.
Okay.
You would put the DVD in and it would be really like,
oh god,
whirring in there.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's not good, but it's fine. We won't worry about it. But it still played the film, right?
Yeah.
It was just the initial boot up was, and then I borrowed a DVD from a mate when I had mates. I put it in. And I mean, it whirred and it went, and then all you heard next was,
oh no,
this god awful noise. And I was like, oh my god, couldn't open the tray, wasn't responsive, and I was mental, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh fuck this. So obviously the machine is broken, so screwdriver, take the top off.
Oh,
the
god.
DVD was nowhere near the disc tray. The DVD had spun so fast, it had lifted and whirred into the bloody like electrics, the motherboards and everything. Yeah, the soldering it just chewed the disc with all the soldering. And I had to tell my mate, I was like, I will buy you a new one. And I handed it back to him and he was like, what the fuck did you do to it? I was like, I put it in the machine. And he's like, what, was there a dog in the fucking machine?
Yeah. Did you put it in like the paper shredder?
A paper shredder, yeah. I think it would have been kinder.
What? Do you remember what film it was?
It was Next Friday.
Don't think I've heard of that one.
Jenny. Jenny.
I'm sorry. I
Right,
honestly
so
does not ring a bell.
I'm going to reveal something about you,
Uh-oh.
which I was surprised
Okay.
that when we were chatting away, and it was, again, we will get to it. This will be like really out of structure and really messy because I just finished this and my wife today. We've been scrambling and it's been really stressful. So this has been all like last minute. But when obviously you're training at wrestling, which we'll get into, and you've obviously had your debut, um, with an awesome worker, an awesome professional.
Honestly, I was blessed.
You're absolutely blessed, yes. I mean, God send. But as we were doing that, we were obviously discussing about what music and everything. And you picked a really good theme, but I was always like, right, well, I had nothing against the theme you chose. So like, let's check options. And then I learned that, Jenny, who's like quiet, keeps going, I'm not interested. I'm not interested. She just turns around and goes like, yeah, I like really fucking hardcore hip hop. I'm like, whoa! Like, you like good
What?
hip hop, yeah?
Yeah, I'd like to think so, yeah.
No, that's going to be debatable now. What hip hop were we talking about?
Childish Gambino.
Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Modern.
Yeah,
But yeah.
modern.
Okay, good. Yeah.
Who else? Obviously Beastie Boys.
Mm.
There's this other guy, he's not hip hop though. You know Grey Worm from Game of Thrones? I think I told you this before.
We're gonna have to tell me again for the audience.
Yeah, well, Grey Worm from Game of Thrones, Jacob Anderson, that's the actor's name. He also does music. So his name is Raleigh Ritchie. You might see I wear a lot of his merchandise because I'm sad. No. Well, like, I really love his music, but
Yeah.
I don't know what you'd call it. Like, I don't.
Trip hop or
I have no clue. Honestly,
I've never heard of it.
genres.
So to be fair, it's modern kind of hip hop.
Yeah,
right?
modern.
So when I was, again, this is gonna happen so much in this conversation. When I was younger, back in my day, so like in my teen years, like the height of my generation of hip hop was like Redman, Method Man, just coming out of the phase of the 90s, kind of like NWA, Run DMC. Obviously the biggest names was like Eminem.
Yeah.
I was never a big fan of 50 Cent. I had one album by DMX and oh man, that album fucking kicked. So yeah, there's a series of films that has that kind of like 90s hip hop vibe, right?
Yeah.
The first one is called Friday. And
Oh, that's where the damn meme comes from, right? Or am I talking?
Damn!
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
There's also a fun fact about it as well that I didn't realize. I've seen Friday loads of times because it's one of my favorite films.
Yeah.
It's very unique in what it is.
That's got Ice Cube in it, right? Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a very unique film. It's very funny. Well, I think it is. The second one is a little bit more silly, but I still like it. The third one is not great quality, but again, it's that kind of like silly batshit vibe. They're like stoner movies, kind of. The first one especially. But there is a heaviness to the first one. It's all set in one day. And it sounds boring as hell. It's literally just two friends sitting on a porch and watching the ghetto go by. And crazy shit happens.
Yeah.
But the fact you have not seen these films really upsets me.
I'll put on my watch list.
You have to. I think Friday is on Netflix.
Yeah. Like I can basically watch anything.
And I've seen it so many times. It's only recently I realised. You ever heard, like, everybody says it. I say it a lot, and my son has grown up saying it just because he loves the tone of voice. You know, when people go like, bye, Felicia.
Yeah.
Right. Believe it or not, it's from that movie.
Yeah.
And it's not said like that. It's just literally, it's like, bye, Felicia.
Yeah.
I don't know where it got twisted, but I didn't realise, and I was watching I was like, that's where it comes from.
Yeah.
I've seen this millions of times.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a very, very good film.
Okay.
Obviously to you, it'd be like watching something in a time capsule now, but for me, I was like,
yeah. No, it's like I think that's cool though. I do like watching things set in certain time periods, or like it's from a certain time.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, it just has more of a vibe to it, or an identity. Like I love watching some things from early 2000s because flip phones, like even Breaking Bad, like think about it, flip phones or just phones that actually had keypads. I don't know why, but they're just innately cool to me.
I had a flip phone.
Yeah.
I had a crappy Motorola.
And you're pissed off with someone, you can just like...
Oh, yeah. That's why I had it. That's exactly why I had it. And I always say as well, it was the best thing ever when you had an argument. You're like, fuck you.
Yeah. Like, way more cathartic than, yeah. And then it turns out you didn't end it, you just put them on speaker or muted yourself.
Or it didn't fucking work or register.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. I think that's cool.
Yeah, it's like such a little like it's a comfort film for me because I sat and watched it and I was like, it's one of the ones where I was just like, it's so funny. I know every line of it literally, and I can still sit and watch it. I really want to see the second one again. Just because it's so silly. The characters in the second one go mental. The first one is not spoiling it. The first one is like Craig, which is Ice Cube. It's in on his porch in his neighborhood for the whole day. The second one, he's sent to live with his rich uncle who's from the ghetto but won the lottery.
Okay.
Uncle Elroy, and I just remember he is the most ridiculous character ever. And then the third one is Uncle Elroy and his son, who's in the second one as well. It's all set in a strip mall, a crap drive-by strip mall.
Oh, cool.
And Craig's now like the security guard for it.
Oh, that sounds good then.
And a lot of the people that were in the original 3 are now no longer alive.
Oh, damn.
It's not that old either, but it's just a lot of them passed and that. There's always been talk of a 4th, and I've been waiting for years, and apparently it's usual. It's a rights issue, and then it's like, well, they got so far with it. Ice Cube loves the Friday films. Like, he's very proud of them.
Yeah.
He's to buy the rights back, and it's this whole thing where they're just waiting. Chris Tucker, who was only in the original, he refused to come back for the second one because he was born again Christian.
Oh.
Yeah, he plays a stone.
Wait, he's in the one with Jackie Chan,
Rush
right?
Hour.
Yeah, Rush Hour. Yeah.
This was the first film where it was like his vehicle. Like he made it big with this one.
Oh wow, okay.
He's hilarious in it. Smokey is his name in it for obvious reasons. He wouldn't come back for a second one.
All right.
But now we're at the point where he's happy to come back to do the 4th one, and then it was Ice Cube's son's a huge actor now, which I didn't realize, and he's usually at the wrestling shows in WWE.
Is he?
He's a huge wrestling fan. I forget his name, which is he doesn't use anything to do with his dad.
No.
He looks a spit of his dad.
Like his dad, yeah.
But he's wanting to do a Friday with obviously Ice Cube playing the same character Craig, but now it's his kids.
Oh yeah, that'd be
They
cool.
modernize it with like how hip hop and everything is now, and the vibe and that. But yeah, they were good. They were good films. Must watch.
Also, I think it's alright. This is it's connected, but you know, Bye Felicia. I've heard that line today, but it was in a video game. So a while ago I got Spider-Man remastered, right?
Which one?
The 2018 one in Insomniac Games. So
good.
Yeah, so I played it on the PS4 when it came out, and then I got it on PC, and I've been trying to 100% it. I've got 71 out of 78 achievements, and I have to 100% the last DLC, Silver Lining, I want to say it's called.
Self-Shable one, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
And obviously, you know, the whole thing with like spoilers for anyone who hasn't played it. Black Cat didn't die,
yes.
So he says bye Felicia, and I was like, you know.
Oh, her name is actually Felicia.
Felicia Hardy. Yeah,
bye Felicia. Yeah.
So sorry, completely random,
Yeah,
but yeah. So good game.
But so we'll swing back to that. I think we'll get to the first topic that we can sort of chew ourselves into, because this is the thing why I really wanted you on, is when you and me chat, or when we do get a chance to just sit and talk for like it's like, oh, this film, this thing, this game, this, and I fucking love that. You're just as nerdy as me.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not.
Oh, I am. Like I'm probably insufferable to watch a film with, because like when I have my friends around, I just chuck on a film, force them to watch. I'm like, guys, this is so good, you should watch this. I see someone like, I know that person, I know that actor, it's this person. Then I'll go on IMDb and make sure it's that person.
I'm the same. I like you get like. Susan she gets so pissed with me. She doesn't say she's pissed at me, but I know she is.
You can feel it.
Because we'll be sitting watching it and I'll be like, fucking spider sense is going, and she knows, and it's like,
yeah, you have to know.
But the worst one is I'm like, I pick up voices a lot. So we'll be watching a film and I'm like, that's the voice of Sonic.
Oh,
That's the
cool.
voice. He had a bit part in Rick and Morty. And I'll just spit it out, and I can feel her just going, Coney, shut the fuck up. But it's like, do you have that thing in your head where you're like, but they need to know?
Yeah. Oh, because I remember I went to see the Uncharted film in cinema.
God. I haven't watched it yet, but
don't.
I love the Uncharted
It
ones.
made me so pissed off.
Tom Holland's not the man.
No, he's not.
He's not the man for it.
Why would you like just
I
Nathan
don't.
Fillion is right there.
I've got nothing against. Have you ever seen?
Yeah, I've seen the fan film.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, fan thing. Yeah, it's
like
so
he's
good.
literally just Nathan Drake.
Absolutely.
But anyway, sorry, I was watching that, and you know when Nolan North is on screen.
Yeah.
So I was there with my brother and his girlfriend at the time, and her dad. So Nolan North comes on well. I'm like, oh, it's the guy, it's the guy.
He's
and
the voice.
And I nudge my brother's girlfriend and I say, he's the voice of the person in the video game. And she goes, okay.
It's like, is this not making this better for you?
Yeah.
Is this? Have I not enriched your mind with this knowledge? Like, how dare you?
But she did not seem to care. And I was like, okay. But that's like the one part of the film I enjoyed. I was like, okay, at least he's in the film.
Nolan could have done it.
Yeah.
I know he's a bit older, but Nolan could have done it.
Mm.
I mean, even though his voice is in absolutely everything. But I'm bad for, like, I watch a movie, and then as soon as I finish the movie, if it's a new movie I've watched, I'm straight on in the movie database, and it's like, right to the trivia, and I'll read everything.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really, really, like, absorb that kind of stuff.
Yeah, or sometimes if the soundtrack's really good, so like Spotify, it's like search up. Because recently, you might have seen, I actually posted on my Instagram for once.
I did see a post,
Sinners,
I was like, holy crap.
Yeah, Sinners on my story. Me and my friend went to see Sinners, we didn't know anything about it. Fucking amazing.
I really want to see it.
Seriously,
really
don't search up anything.
I've been avoiding it.
Just watch it. Like,
I saw the first trailer.
Oh, it's so good.
And I was like, yeah, I can't watch another trailer of this.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm not going to watch any more. It looks so good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad it's getting good reviews.
Oh,
It's but me, unfortunately, I mean, when forced, I can go to the cinema, but I try and avoid it. Can't do it. If somebody makes a fucking noise or a cough or something, because I'm the sort of person, like, when I watch a film, I'm absorbed. And I really, really don't like it when somebody else... It's weird. It's not that it's affecting my enjoyment. I get annoyed when someone else is not paying attention to it.
Yeah.
That really fucks me off.
Because, like, you're here for this reason.
Yeah. It's like, I get really annoyed, like, if I'm watching something with Susan and then she'll reach for her phone, I'll be like, hey, don't grab her, don't you dare. It grates on me. Mm-hmm. But, right, we've gone off track again, didn't we?
Yeah.
This is going to happen a lot. So you are, the main topic that we'll talk about first is you are a trainee, much like everyone else has been on this podcast, bar Jack, for Combat League Wrestling. Mm-hmm. How long have you been training now?
I want to say like 2 years.
Coming up for 2 years, really.
Yeah.
It must be just on or just around it.
Yeah, I think so, because I started training like a few weeks before I got my first job.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, which is funny. So I can't remember what month it was, but I want to say 2 years, which is funny to think about. Like, it just flown by.
Yeah, it has gone by because you came in, you did the training, and you were reffing for about a year and a half, maybe. And you got really good at reffing. So much so that the fact that you had the debuts really annoyed me. Really annoyed, because the way we look at it is, obviously we don't have, because in Combat League, when you're at the school, you always ref first. I think it gets people in a better mindset of handling a live audience. You get comfortable in the ring. I think you learn more about the inner working of it from a different perspective than just like, oh, this is how wrestling works, this is how the performance works. Whereas if you're reffing, you can see all these different styles working. Yeah. And you get that little, okay. So when it comes to planning your own stuff, you've had some experience of being around it. So yeah, we kind of like, it got to the point where it was like, well, Jenny's like head ref, because you were good at it. You picked it up really quick. Ewan's getting there, but he's a lot younger though. He's got that teenage attitude that needs to be fucking beaten out. Lippy little fucker.
taller now, taller than me.
I know, he's like stretched like a noodle.
Yeah.
He's like the kid at Willy Wonka, when he gets stretched. Yeah.
Mike TV, I think. Like
that's the one, Mike TV. So yeah, what made you start training?
So I was in a pub with my friends. Obviously,
okay.
Of course.
How old were you?
Would have been 18.
Okay.
Yeah. 18.
Almost got you.
Keith's pub, to be precise. Not that it's important. And that was actually the first time I met Liam's parents, because they came to pick him up. I don't know if it was someone's birthday or what was going on.
Were you with us when we did Keith's Hall?
No, I think it was just after you did Keith's Hall, or I think.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. It's
Because
just,
I
yeah.
swear that Danger was in the pub, and Liam was like, "Oh, this is the guy from the wrestling."
Danger was in the pub.
Yeah.
Danger was in the pub.
So he's like, "Oh, it's Conor Rose," but obviously I didn't know anything about wrestling. Like, my exposure to it was I remember my brother, like my twin, had a Money in the Bank set that had Rey Mysterio and Evan Bourne, and you could make him do the airborne flip because his legs bent back.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. That's my only exposure. So Liam was trying to get one of my other good friends to go to wrestling, and he kept just like say, "Oh, surely, come on." And my friend, he was having none of it. He's like, "No way, I'm not
Not
doing
for
it."
me. Not for me.
And I was just like, "Okay, this has gone on for a while." I was like, "Liam, surely, okay, I'll go." I forgot about this. And next week I get a message saying, "Where are you?" I'm like, "At home." He's like, "You said you come to wrestling." I was like, "Oh shit."
Do you know what? Probably because as well, like we do these like recruitment drives, and we get to the point where like, we need fresh blood, and Liam at that point would have been really more introverted, at that point, and quiet. And I do remember him going, Sir, I know somebody that can come to training," and then that person didn't turn up. It was like, "It made me look like a jackass."
Yeah, that was probably me. I'm sorry, Liam. But
He's a big boy now. He can take it.
yeah, exactly. But then I remember I showed up. I was so uncomfortable. I was like, I did not know. First off, I was like, I don't know anything about wrestling. And I remember I just stood there and watched you guys build the ring. And I was like, oh my god, I'm
gonna die.
Yeah, it's like, what am I doing here?
Gonna die.
But then I remember you showed me how to do rolls and that.
Yeah.
And then immediately my brain was like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah. That's one thing I do remember is that I remember how you're obviously really quiet then. Most people that come in first are really quiet, and it takes a good couple of weeks. Some people take months before you can see them come out of their shell or have a level of confidence. But just check my mic's on there. That would have been embarrassing. But one of the aspects of like doing the coaching for so many years is you kind of see like different people come in. You get like people that are already confident and then they take to it, or people are confident and they struggle with it. I'll be someone coming in my front door there if that came through the mics, or they struggle with it. You were the other one where you come in, you're quiet, and then you can see the first rules. And because you have no prior knowledge of wrestling, I've had one or two trainees like that before, but you had no prior knowledge. You're not a fan of it at the time. And as soon as you start doing the rules and the movement, you could see this is interesting. This is fun. And you took to it really quickly. You were one of the people who was like the rules were coming faster and faster, and it didn't take long. So that's one of my personal joys is when you see how much somebody that has nothing to do with wrestling, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this is actually pretty good." And because you haven't had the expectation of like, well, I watch wrestling, I'm a fan of wrestling, I want to be this, I want to be that, I like this, I'm only whatever a fan of that. You were just like a blank slate. And you can see your natural enjoyment of like each stage you were getting further and learning more. And then, I can do this now. I can do this. Like most recently when I taught you the Hurricane Rana, like when you're like, I can't do this. I was like, all right, okay, we did it. You swung and you were like, immediately the first one, you were like, I can do that better. Like you were straight away, you were like, I've done it. I can do that better. And then you wanted the flat landing. You're like, I'm going to get my head out. I'm going to get my head out. And I was like, yeah. You take a lot of joy in what you're doing, but you also want to get it
good.
You want to get it good, which is strange because you've got no comparison. That makes sense.
Oh,
you haven't got a
yeah.
comparison. You're like, it's. I want it to look like this wrestler's Hurricane Rana, but you're not. You're just like, you're taking on board the fundamental of what the maneuver is. And then, because I like to think when I teach, I'm like, I'm telling you what the move is and what the point of it is.
Yeah.
Why, what's supposed to hurt and what's the reason for it. And then you were just kind of like, I need to get it right.
Yeah, because it was annoying me. I kept landing on my side or something.
But that, which was perfectly acceptable because you were still rotating and getting a clean landing, but you were like, you wanted that flat one. So Liam coached you in.
Yeah, Liam. But then to be fair, before that, like Struan, I was obviously friends with Struan at that point too. I still am. Sorry,
I was friends
am.
with Ben, but not anymore.
But like, yeah, I think I'd known. I can't remember how long I would have known like Liam and Struan for at that point, but I knew that they went to wrestling, and Struan would always try and like tell me stuff about it, and I'd be like, cool, but I understand it, if that
Yeah.
made sense. Like, it was more so, like, I could tell that it was something that they both enjoyed. So it's like, yeah, talk to
Liam
me.
was doing to you what you did to the girl in the cinema.
Yes, yes,
he,
yeah.
he was telling you, okay, right, cool, sounds all right, whatever, man.
Good for you.
Bumpity bump, you like getting your ass kicked? What's all right?
Yeah.
Where's the fun in that?
Yeah, pretty much. You know, it's but it's funny, like, for me, because again, it's something I didn't know anything about. And now you, like, the first thing when you say to people, "Oh, I'm a wrestler, I do this," you know, the first thing they're gonna say is, "You know, it's fake, right?"
Yeah,
And you're just like, you're just waiting for it.
I just answer back and I just go, is it? And ends the conversation straight
Yeah.
away. Is it? Is it? I'm not going to argue about it. If anyone in this day and age now, with what wrestling is, it's on fucking Netflix.
Yeah.
It's a multi-billion-dollar. I mean, WWE we're talking about specifically, but it's a multi-billion-dollar corporation. It's massive. It's officially now one of the biggest forms of entertainment. WWE is now one of the longest running syndicated episodic forms of entertainment ever on the planet Earth.
Yeah, that's mental. Like,
Right?
to actually think about.
It has the highest rate of attendance on a regular basis because there's no off season.
Yeah.
Like NFL and football, they stop, right? This thing rolls all the time. Hundreds of thousands of people, week in, week out, weekend. Media consumption, Spotify music, and obviously like movies, because the wrestlers are in movies, right?
Yeah.
It's huge. So at this stage, if you are going to be the person that comes up to somebody that enjoys this form of entertainment or indeed performs it, and you go, you know it's fake, right? You're a fucking idiot. It is no longer we're the fucking weird ones for doing it or liking it. You are the one that's like, well,
yeah, it's like,
have you not been around for the last 40 plus years? I just think if anyone says that, it's dumb. I mean, yes, we could go back to what the usual defense argument is, like, well, movie's fake.
yeah.
You know, this is fake, that's fake.
But it's like they do it on purpose to annoy you.
Oh yeah, that's why I just go, is it?
Yeah,
because that's what I mean. You are the asshole for asking that because you're just doing it to yuck someone's yum. That's all you're doing, and you're just shitting on something that maybe you're not into. But my argument is always like, well, you're now in the minority. I think wrestling is more wildly.
Like widespread.
Yeah, more widespread. That was the word. I went wildly there. Widespread than anything else. It's more consumable. It's easily reachable. I mean, you just type on anything. It's there. Nobody on this planet doesn't know who The Rock is.
Yeah, it's mental. Or John Cena, you know.
John Cena. Like nobody. Like it's so wildly well known. Whether you watch it or not, you know who they are, and you know they were wrestlers.
Yeah, like my mum, whenever she has people around, like her friends, she said they'll always say like, "Oh, giant haystacks and Big Daddy and that, like World of Sport."
I can't take that one.
No,
I can't take that one. That one, I tune it immediately, and I don't mean it in a rude way, but like
it's not even similar to stuff now. Like
no, it's. Do you know what? It's. Do you know who they were?
Who?
What you don't know?
I know that they were like wrestlers in the 50s, 60s. No.
I think I just died a little bit inside. No, they were wrestlers in the 80s.
Wait, the 80s? Oh,
the 80s. Yes, the 80s.
Sorry.
Yeah, that long ago, Jen. Okay, history lesson.
Yeah.
So there was a company called World of Sport, and it was British, right? And it was like the only televised wrestling, and it was a huge deal. Everybody loved it. It was on every Saturday, right? Massive. It had its own style. It was rounds based. It was very, very grapple heavy. It was brilliant. They had crazy characters, and it was a huge thing. World of Sport. I could be telling the story wrong, so if anyone out there is more knowledgeable than me, I apologize for what I get wrong, but I'm just kind of going through the dusty pages here. If I remember, it was 4 companies.
Okay.
That actually got together, because back then they wouldn't do that. You stayed in your patch. You don't piss on my patch. We do shows here, you know?
Yeah.
There was nothing, no schools. You learned by being somebody that was the kid of somebody that knew a wrestler, and you polished the boots, you fucking took the sweat bucket, and then you might get battered in the ring for 5 minutes if you were lucky. And then you just graduated up as you went. But it was 4 companies that got together, or groups, right? Because we're not was one of the companies,
Yeah.
and it made a world of sport,
Okay.
right? And it was doing well, and then kind of went through a phase of like the spectacle bit was taking over the technicality bit. So one of the four that owned it had a brother who was fucking massive. That was Big Daddy.
Oh, right. Okay.
His real name was Shirley Crabtree.
That sounds even faker than it.
I know, weird, isn't it? But Shirley Crabtree was his name.
Wow.
He wasn't a good wrestler.
No.
I'm sorry, he wasn't. He was terrible.
I've not seen any of his stuff, so I cannot comment.
He was terrible.
Yeah.
And the Giant Haystacks
Well, also.
was like just another big, massive, huge, super heavyweight fella. He wasn't very good either. They were so big they couldn't do much.
Yeah, so it's more like the spectacle thing. Is
It
what
was
you're
a spectacle, and it had a slight down period. And it was ITV that was on. So Channel 3 back for us when we only had 4 channels.
Wow.
Yeah, only 4 channels, Jen, and it was Channel 3.
That's a concept.
This is like before my time as well. I was
Yeah.
1987. This is like 1989, 1990. So I wasn't watching it at that point. But what happened was the head of the sports division at ITV either died, retired, or was adopted by aliens. I don't know, but he was gone, right? And he was a huge fan of it. And that's why it was getting so much support. He was like, wrestling is great entertainment and families love it. And they did.
Yeah.
New one came in, did not like wrestling, hated it. And he was like, do you know where the money is? Football. We're going to cover football. And that's when all the coverage for a lot of the UK football started, and it ousted the wrestling. Now, the damaging effect of this, it essentially killed UK wrestling. And it slowly built its way back in 99, 2000.
Wow.
And it was only in 99, 2000 where schools started popping up. FWA were like one of the first ones in England to start doing it. A fella called Alex Shane, I believe, ran that. But it was like only wrestling that you could see live was, I don't know if you're aware of these, was imitation shows. So you would go to a wrestling show and watch guys dress up as The Rock.
That sounds weird.
Oh, do you know what? They had to do it. How else are you going to get work? But they had to pretend to do their movesets and be like Stone Cold and all this stuff. It was so bad, and it was always marketed as USA Wrestling, and the posters just looked so awful. It was the dark days.
Yeah.
And then the only thing I think it kind of helped pull that out was on Sky TV. You had Sky TV back in your day, Jenny? No?
I don't know. Can't remember.
There was a channel that appeared out of nowhere called the Wrestling Channel. And it was brilliant.
Yeah.
It will never happen ever again because it had TNA. That's how I got introduced to the six-sided ring and TNA. It had TNA, it had Irish Whiplash Wrestling, and it was all really low-tier indie stuff as well.
Oh, is that where Sheamus?
Yep. That's where Sheamus was on it. Drew used to work on it as well.
Oh, wow.
It had Gaia.
I recognise that name.
Gaia's like a goddess thing, but Gaia was an all-female Japanese promotion.
Oh, okay,
yeah. Great to watch. There's a YouTube documentary about Gaia. That's even harder to watch. The women to compete with like any attention from the men, it was hellish, and they were, for lack of a better word, it was really abusive, But watching Gaia was crazy. Yeah. I mean, it was never quiet. Like how Japanese crowds are quiet. Japanese female wrestlers are not quiet. It's constant. Everything's like fucking chain. It sounds like a chainsaw rattling through. Yeah, that was how wrestling came back.
That's cool.
That was a hell of a tangent.
Yeah, I got indie stuff though.
Yeah. What was the point in me telling you that story, Jenny? Because I can't remember.
I'm not sure.
Or you had no exposure in the
past. I had no exposure.
And it was people saying,
it's
Shirley Crabtree
fake,
Big Daddy. Yeah. That's what annoys me is like, that was when it was at its worst, was Giant Haystacks and Shirley.
Yeah.
Big Daddy, sorry. And that's what you always get is
Yeah, that's what my mum, that's all she knows.
The last time I had to put up with that conversation. So obviously you may have noticed that we don't advertise in the paper.
Oh, I never thought about that.
We don't do that. We used to. It was not an easy process. And we just ended up giving up. We used to get articles, but the articles were always A, wrong, or B, completely disinterested.
Yeah.
Then I think we tried one more go. No, actually, no. I tell a lie. It was the second to last go. I got an invite out of nowhere to conduct an interview up at KNSFM,
Hmm.
and I don't know what the guy's name was. I can't remember. I turned up and excuse me. I turned up and he had no idea what wrestling was,
Ah,
and he had no interest in talking to me about it. And he asked me questions which had like were just so it was bad.
yeah.
And then the Big Daddy one came up, and I was kind of like, oh fucking hell. I didn't bother with the radio again. The only last time I was on the radio was our old announcer Brian Dodds. He was doing the rock show thing.
Mm.
He invited me on, and the only thing I'm gutted about with that is that didn't think it was going to be the same as that prior, because I knew Dodds, and Dodds was like really liked the wrestling.
Yeah.
The thing I wasn't prepared for was that Dodds made it fun. It was like questions like random things like, how would you put something through a cupboard? Like, yeah, I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know how to answer these. Like, I'm autistic, and I had pre-planned conversations in my head, and going through a cupboard was not one of them. So I was just kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like
I had no personality. I just shut down. It was terrible. So yeah, that comments annoy me. So Liam and Struan and your friends got you to come in. You've been reffing. Well, you were reffing for about a year and a half. How did you feel with reffing? Like, what the experience you've had from it?
Oh, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was great. Like, obviously getting to meet all the people. I think it's just been lovely getting to meet new folk.
People, ick.
Yeah, they can be good sometimes.
Yes,
like,
sometimes, yes.
yeah. I think it had a big positive impact on me, just like the reffing and starting the wrestling in general, because I don't know, I'm not exactly like a very extroverted person. I'd say it depends. It like depends, obviously what I'm doing, but I feel like I've grown a lot as a person because of it.
Absolutely.
For the better, hopefully.
Yeah. I mean, it's been great to see, because you've gone from being so quiet, and you've become more and more confident in yourself through the performance of wrestling and the training, and then I think obviously you're just growing up as well. I forget how young you are, and your personality, especially the last year, I would say,
Can't get me to shut up now.
which is great. And I remember, like, obviously I'm annoying, so I'd always try and bring that out of you when I could, because I'd always slag you off or something, respectfully, of course. And I remember my way of greeting you the whole time. I still do it now, actually, and I don't know why, but it's not going to go away. But my way of greeting you is that I'll ignore you when I first come in the hall, and then when I walk past you, I go, "For fuck's sake, Jenny, will you shut up?" Before you would just go,
Yeah.
or you'd be like, "Huh." And now you're just like, I remember specifically, actually, it was a couple of shows ago, all the young ones had congregated to sit and eat lunch, and this old fogey got his lunch, and I was like, I'll sit down with you. And you were talking away, somebody said something, and I turned around to you, slagged you off, and then I said, assert dominance. Assert dominance. And you went, fuck you, Dave. And that's the first time you ever swore back at me. And I was like, yes. And ever since then, you've just, the level of sass. So there's two stories I want to tell.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one is the one that's had nothing to do with us, per se. So the first one is why I introduced you as Jenny.
Oh yeah.
And now everybody goes, Jenny. So was it like last year, or was it January, or was it last year?
I want to say it was January, because I swear it was it a tag match? It was when Sean Fagan was up, was it not? Am I getting mixed up?
Was that the Sean Fagan one?
I feel like it was, but I could be wrong.
No, because I was shouting outside the ring with Sean Fagan. That was Monster Mash. So it'd be either November or January.
Okay, yeah.
You were not reffing that match, but you were outside.
Yeah.
And one of the turnbuckle pads came loose, and you did your job diligently. You saw that the pad was loose, and it wasn't part of the pre-planned story or anything like that, and you were like, I must fix this pad.
Yeah. It was a pain in the arse, couldn't get it.
But the moment you chose to go pick the pad, was when Luke Matthews was diving towards said corner and was in mid-air.
Yeah.
And your head was right in the way. And then just at the top of his lungs. And I still think it's so funny on the footage. He's in the middle of the air and just goes, Jenny!
I think I go like,
flips off.
yeah, I think I slightly move it the way. Like I kind of go,
Oh yeah, you have to, because he's like coming right at you. But it's so funny in the footage, just like Jenny.
Just say that before you kick anyone. Just shout my name. You know?
Just it's just how he fluidly though. Like Luke Matthews just fluidly goes Jenny, jumps on the top rope, and then still does
yeah, and then does his like crazy move that he does.
The whisper in the wind.
Yeah,
the flip kick. It was so funny, and it's just stuck. Everybody just says Jenny now. And then the other one, which I'm so proud of. I'm so proud that you're stuck with this for life, and it's my fault. But I feel that it's very apt. So poor Liam. So I got Liam on a training session to go down on all fours. It's just PG, by the way. Don't worry. He got down on all fours, and we were talking about control and how to essentially dominate your opponent. And Jenny was standing over. Okay. Sort of over Liam's back. And then I shouted, Assert Dominance! And Jenny, what did you do?
I think I like wrapped my legs around him.
No, you belly flopped onto him first.
Oh, okay.
You like just went, okay. You just went splat.
Did I smack his face off the camera?
No, he held a frame, but you just went splat. Then you wrapped your hand around him, and then you were like,
because my thinking was like UFC, you go for a choke, like you isolate.
It was the hop though. You didn't go. You didn't go. Ho. You went. It's like you took a jump up and then belly flop. You essentially starfished.
I don't remember that part, to be fair.
I wish it was recorded because it was so good. And now everything you do is assert dominance. You have a similar story to Scoops when Scoops was doing the training. He did the same thing to me. He went over the top of me, and I can't remember how I described it, but it took on. It was, what was it? It was like you were on me like a hot melted cheese slice on a muffin. And it just stayed.
That like works for Scoops. I can see that.
Did I ever tell you why it was? We sort of like I made a joke out of it. I don't know if you were training us at that point, but it was very, very awkward. So I was on the all fours.
Yeah.
Same exercise. Right? You have to dominate and do something. This did not work for me. So Scoops did the same thing.
Yeah.
Right? Flopped onto me. And then he's got his arm wrapped around me. Now, he is only thinking about my safety at this point, which I respect. I respect that that's what he was thinking about. What he did, though, will haunt me. And it still does. And the thought of it, I'm sorry. Like, I'm just on swing that way, brother. He went into my ear.
Oh, no.
And whispered, he went, is that all right for you? And he didn't even mean it that way. He was just like, am I hurting you? But he whispered, is that all right for you? And I immediately went, no, off, exercise, done, off, please.
So gently whispered into your ear.
It was gentle, but there was an edge on that. It's like, but is that all right for you?
I did not consent to this.
No, Scoops, it was not all right for me. It most definitely was not okay.
Oh my God.
But yeah, so there's your two catchphrases. So you've recently transitioned from reffing into performing. And you had your debut last show, which I don't know if you feel like this, but it feels like a fucking eternity ago.
Yeah, it does. It's really weird.
And it's still only a 2-month gap.
Yeah.
It just seems ages ago.
It does. It's really bizarre.
And who was your debut against, Jenny?
My debut was against Arkham.
I feel, as your fellow performer and your coach, that it went very well. I think your debut was really, really taken well by the audience. Your performance was really good. So much so that we cut it out. You were like, "Oh, we forgot about it." I was like, "No, I just
No,
didn't
yeah.
call it." I was like, I was literally at the moment. I was like, "We don't need to do that." But no, I think we told a really good story, and your attitude going into it was brilliant because you picked your music in relation to how the story was being told. You know, that it was Twisted Sister. We're not going to take it. Because basically our story setup was you annoyed me, so I did something to you. I threw you out, wasn't it? No, I threw you at the rumble, wasn't it?
I think you dropped me on my head, did you not? And then I threw you out the battle royale.
Yes, I attacked you, and then when the battle royale started, you threw me out.
Yeah, I got
Yes.
the
And what a
elimination.
pop you got for it!
Mental. Mental.
Um,
I've been like so lucky. So it's for
The crowd love you. They've taken to you, and
Yeah.
that's again how you say, "I'm not interested." You are. You've got natural personality that comes through. The crowd are resonating with your personality. And I think being the ref as well, they get to know you as, fair enough, Jenny the ref. But as we did more shows and you got more opportunities of like, maybe it was a ref bump, the crowd would give you that sympathy because you got hit. Or when you start fighting back, you're like, I'm not taking any of this shit. The crowd are like, yes, Jenny, fucking Guillaume
Yeah,
Yaldi.
that was something that did crack me up. I can't remember. I think it was like one of the last matches I refed. It must have been Liam or something. Like he was cheating, and then I eventually, like I said, I stood up to him and I got applause for that, and I was like, that's so bizarre.
Yeah,
like,
it's 'cause
damn, I did my job.
They get behind you.
Yeah, yeah.
And they were really behind you with this match. I felt it was a good match, especially for your debut. I was obviously I'm still working on my character as well with getting the aggression down right, and there was a point halfway through the match I was like, oh, I was like, I'm pretty sure I'm hitting you safe, but like there was a couple of them I was like, yeah, and you were fine, and I don't
Yeah.
think I was too. I think the only thing that went wrong at one point was, did I not clout you a little bit in my elbow on I came down?
I don't think so. I think it was like my fault because one time my arm slipped and you kind of landed on my arm, but my arm was fine.
That's what it was, your
But-
arm.
But that was
Yes.
it. Yeah, I just must have like slipped on the canvas. But
I
besides
think
that,
it's when I do the really sloppy, aggressive coming down in the back of the head ones. Like,
but
I'm tooting my own horn. They look really nasty on camera, but they're safe as houses. But yes, I remember I was like, I saw the arm come out. I was like, I'm gonna wham him.
But honestly, I was fine. I really enjoyed that match.
Yeah, you did excellent.
Oh, thank
Honestly,
you.
You did really excellent, and the pop you got for like the flying head
Thank you.
scissors.
Yeah, it was.
And you only did a little bit of what you can do. And you're asking me for more now as well. So I do have a list of the things you've asked me for in training.
Yeah. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so,
I need to come up with more though. I don't know.
well, get
Yeah.
your base set. You know, walk before you can run.
But no, but like thank you though, because it was great. It was so much fun.
I mean, I had no doubts that you were gonna
Yeah.
absolutely smash it. Wouldn't put you in that position unless you were ready. And there was discussions. There was comments of like, not in a bad way.
Yeah.
You know, it was just like, is Jenny ready for that? And I'm like, absolutely, she's gonna be there. And if not, I'll get her there. Billy Big Balls Dave. But you did, and it was great. And I feel that the other aspect of why I really enjoyed that match was you got a benefit from facing me. Nothing to do with like technically. I'm just talking from performance wise. You got a benefit because you got like the symphony, and then you got the pop for having the interaction, and then because you agreed and allowed me to do the thing at the end where I held your head up like you were decapitated, I got mega heat for that.
Yeah, they were raging. It was so
Yeah.
funny because like Sutton obviously for the down for the count for the 3, like people are still saying, "Oh, come on!"
Yeah.
I was like, "No, I am dead. I
Yeah,
have been murdered."
you took that twist and DDT off the rope, which was
Oh, it looked great though.
yeah.
Like-
I feel I got it safe.
I don't feel like I jumped high enough though. I'm bad at jumping for the Northern Lights bomb
A little bit. I'll give you that. A little
yeah.
bit. But that's just something you learn. You just it's a timing thing.
because it's like for a soup. Are you okay? I was gonna say like for a suplex, it's easier to time the jump, but I feel like because the Northern Lights bomb, it's a bit more difficult.
If you imagine it more like a scoop slam,
Oh, okay, yeah.
because it's a suplex lock, but I've got the scoop slam through your legs. It's more of a cartwheel.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm not lifting you up that way.
Yeah, it's
we're
more-
going this way, so I can tell you.
And
How bad is it to take?
fine, I think, yeah.
It just depends how nice I am with it.
Yeah, I don't mind it. So long as you tuck your head, you're fine.
Ricky got it bad.
Did I?
Yeah, because RJ had the main event thing,
Mm.
and he put on a show. Like he really did put on a show.
That was
It was Struan,
great.
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
great
yeah,
match.
Struan. Yeah,
That was
it was
crazy.
really good match.
Yeah.
Both of them work together so well. Every time they've actually worked together, they have a good chemistry. And Ricky ended up getting really battered in that, and then we had to do the run in with the Arky boys.
Yeah.
And
Crazy.
he took it was Ricky's choice. He was like, "All right, okay, so when you come in, Remnant can hit me with this, Harbinger can hit me with this." And then he's like, "Dave, you can hit me with your one." And I was like,
Damn.
"You've just done a full match and you want to take 3 fucking finishes." He's like, yeah. So I was sitting in the ring trying to do my creepy thing. And then I watched and it's like, right, Remnant hit it, boom. And then he took a choke slam from like,
Oh my god. Yeah.
I mean, Steve's a big boy and you're going up high. So boom, he hit the floor and I could just see Ricky go. I mean, I know he was selling, but there was like a, oh, no, what have I done? And I was just like, I really don't want to hit you with this move. And I lifted him up for the Northern Lights bomb, and I could tell he was like ready to post for a good so I could do the hold out and drop him. I just went up, down, and ironically, I was like in my mind, I was like, I just want to get this over with you, because I don't want to kill you. And because I did it faster, I think it was 10 times worse
because he wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, it was just boom, and the speed of it. But he was a trooper that night. He was going for it. And Ricky's always like that. Like, no spoilers, but obviously, like in training, he's coming up with ideas for his next match and that. And then I'm constantly like, man, you don't need to do that. That's gonna suck. I was like, you could do this instead. You could do that. And he's like, but it's not gonna look as good. I'm like, yeah, but you need to walk the next day. But he's giving his all for it.
Yeah. It's gonna be great.
So your next match?
Yeah, my next match
is against
Brody.
Yeah.
Or Alex.
Oh no, you can't say Alex.
Oh.
She'll give you a ref for the shoot name. It's Brody. Brody. See, because I've said that, she's just gonna message me like you're a prick, or she's gonna batter me for it. But no. So Brody, Brody was mad with me.
Yeah. Was she?
Brody was so mad with me because it must have been at least a year. She was like, I want Jenny's debut. And I won Jenny's debut, and I was like, "No, it's gonna be me," because usually when somebody debuts with my group, I tend to be the one that works with them. I've just always done that. The last year and a half, 2 years, I've backed off of that. Liam didn't debut against me.
No, I can't remember who he debuted against.
It wasn't me.
He was in a tag, was he not?
Was he in a tag as Cypher? I can't remember, but he didn't debut with me. Jack Daw didn't debut with me. Debut with Dunbar, Dunbar. You're gonna have a good debut with that. So the fact that I was like, no, I want to debut with Jenny. Like, she was so fucking mad with me, like so mad.
But then, to be fair, I did ask if it like.
Well, you were wanting.
Yeah.
You did ask. Which
Which
I was quite flattered with. And I felt like we had a really good wee story there too.
Oh, yeah.
Which it's already set, like, obviously, because it's Combat League and we only do here. Even if it's a small interaction, which we had a wee 1-2, and then we had the fight. That's always going to stay now. The crowd will always remember, oh, yeah, that's happened before.
Yeah. But I am flattered that Broly wanted to have my debut.
Yeah, like, she really did. And I'm looking forward to it. She's looking forward to working with you. And yeah, I've worked Brody 3-4 times. It's always good fun. It's always good fun. Like we always talk about, like, maybe we're gonna bring it back one more time. But like we worked together in the flag match, which was mental. The flag matches were crazy. They were so chaotic, and they were unique to what we were doing, and my concern with that was, I think the first flag match we did, it was all local. It was us, our crew.
Yeah.
And then the second one, I think it was the one with Brody, and she was the only import in it. So I'm not allowed to say the import word anymore. I got rights for that. Sorry, they're family. It's all about family. But yeah, and I was so worried through it because it is hectic. It's chaotic. It's a little bit silly. It's not conventional. And it's just having a good time when you're in there. And then when you get back, and I was so thinking, I went up to her, I was like, "Are you okay? Was everything all right for you?" Because all I could think of was that was the most unprofessional. And it was done safely. It is
Yeah.
professional, but because there's weapons and it's kind of like it's a free flowing thing. We're all safe. It's not stupid, but
Yeah.
you have obviously things planned. But there's a lot of humor that came out of it. Like we had Lad Chapman had the fly swatter electric one.
Oh, did he?
You ever saw that one?
I don't think I would have
Struan
been.
sold it like with a flip. He did it to Struan's butt earlier,
Oh,
and
right.
Struan sold it with a flip. And then it was just silly. Obviously, like Lego comes out and all that, and then it goes mental. And I remember in the back, I was like, "You all right? Was that okay?" And she's like, "That was amazing. It was so much fun." I was like, "Oh, okay, good." But yeah, I enjoy working Brody, and I always have good fun, even when sometimes we have like matches that we both sort of walk out of it and go, "Yeah, that was way more complicated than it had to be," or it didn't gel very well. I think we both don't like tags.
No, not a fan. No.
I thought I liked tags, but I don't. I just
Mm,
don't like planning them.
fair.
I'm not very good at planning them. I have like a set structure in my mind where I'm like, I'm happy to work within that, and then when it deviates from it, it's like this is getting too complicated. The last tag I was in was like I felt I let everyone down because I was primarily planning it, and I just don't think I planned it well. But
But then you did have 2 matches that night. Like,
I did, yeah, it was a
So-
lot of work. But you know, excuses aside, but you've got Alex,
Mm.
Brody. You've got Brody.
can I edit that out? No.
Nah. I think it's going to be good, and it's going to be a great learning experience for you.
Definitely. Yeah.
And I'm really excited at the moment because Brody is high confidence right now, like really high confidence. And I'm really excited to see. Like she might just murder you,
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
you know. And I think the promo that she did was really good, and your rebuttal, which I only saw today, was really good. What a promo, Jenny!
Thank you.
What a the confidence that came out through it, and the humor as well. The buff thing at the end, I thought that was really good. I thought it was awesome. I was genuinely like popping when I was watching it, and I'll admit I was stunned how good it was, how much
Yeah.
character you got through.
Oh,
I mean, it was
thank you.
you up to 11.
Yeah, like it was funny because I showed it to my mom and she's like, "Oh, it's okay, but it's weird because it's not you." And I was like, "Well, that's kind of the point." Like, yeah,
Well, I mean, if it was you, it would just be like,
yeah,
roll for initiative.
yeah, exactly. But to be honest, I do have to give a lot of credit to Struan as well because he was there helping me.
See, I should have known Struan was there
Yeah,
because the first thing I said when you started, I was like, she's got a mic on.
yeah,
And then I realized it's a wee square one, and I noticed Struan used a square one in his one. So I was like, yeah.
like
That's good he
he
helped
gave
it.
me a lot of tips, and obviously filming on his phone, he had a tripod, all that kind of thing. So he was.
Oh, he's fully set up now.
Yeah. So he was really helpful, and he was like, you know, multiple takes, and obviously like telling me to fix certain, well, not fix certain things, but like
No, but you
maybe
tweak it.
word. Yeah. But it was great. I really enjoyed it, to be honest. Even though when I first started, I was like, oh, this is just so weird because I'd never done like a solo promo.
Which is the weird thing as well, because when you started doing promos, right, you didn't do solo promos. You didn't do the generic date, time,
yeah.
gonna whoop ass. We did skits with you.
Mm-hmm.
You did the 80s training montage,
Yeah.
which was so much fun. And you did brilliant in that. You're actually a better actor than you think you are.
Thank you.
Like you ease into it quite quickly. And some people just can't do that. Tell you another one that surprised me. Well, how easy they sort of just like ease into the acting side of it is Jack Daw.
Yeah.
Because when he speaks, it's a character, but it's such a natural kind of flow, and it's not wooden. He's like
No.
like it sounds really weird, but the Mr. E one, where there's the big brawl at the end, and it started with you and the rest of the crew in the ring.
Oh yeah.
Right, and I don't know why. I find it the most funny, entertaining bit is you're all talking, and obviously we directed it, and I was like, right, so let's have Jack Daw hear a commotion going on backstage. But as you lot are talking, it's just the way he goes.
Yeah.
And I always call it, I was like, he's bird sense. It's honestly like
funny.
his bird sense is kicking off like.
Yeah. It's way. Yeah. It's very.
I think he's just got a natural kind of like charisma to him.
It does, but see, it was so funny. Like when we were filming your promo and his promo for like this show.
Oh yeah,
Because
yeah.
at one point, like I just started laughing for no reason. Richard had said something, and I just could not. I just burst out laughing. I don't know why, but my brain just went, "This is hilarious."
I had fun doing that last one. The last one with the you lot mess with my shampoo and made me bald. It was so much fun. It took way longer to record than I thought, but it was mainly because we kept laughing so much. And
Especially with the RJ's ad libs, like
RJ when he's ad libbing is a pain in the ass because you get like, it's so funny. He's so funny, but then he'll come out with something and he's like, "Yeah, that's not really.
yeah,
it's not
that's
family
not PG.
appropriate."
No, yeah.
What was it? Did we not get like a really good take? And he just went, what was it? It's like, "Ah, jacked up, biatch." No, it
Yeah.
was caca,
Yeah,
biatch.
yeah.
It's like you can't say biatch.
Oh yeah, I think I remember that. Like
It was good. He's adamant, and I noticed he slipped it in on the promo. He's adamant to get you
Gen Z.
Gen Z, and like I was like, as he was doing it, he's, "Hey, Gen Z, Gen Z."
yeah, I think you can even see me go like
Like, this was not agreed upon. Wait, this is not. No, I'm not having this. But that promo was so much fun. So much fun. I think the only thing promo wise that you haven't done yet that we do in the group is you haven't come to the cupboard yet.
I haven't. I've
No.
managed to avoid that.
You haven't been in the cupboard yet.
I did have a scary dream about the cupboard though.
Yeah, you had the dream about the
yeah.
cupboard. Yes, yeah. And do you know what? It wasn't until you weren't at that training session, I don't think, but it was a session just before we closed for 2 weeks and I was off. Liam's dad came in.
Oh.
And he comes at the end of the day and pointed it out to me, right? Now, that promo was almost 2 months ago, okay? And it was just me talking to the camera, being creepy, right?
Yeah.
And I did something in that promo, okay?
Okay.
Nobody picked up on it that I know of, right? Nobody mentioned it to me. Nobody said a thing about this promo. Until James, when he walked in and he went, it's Moira, isn't it? Sorry. Liam's mum is Moira, isn't it?
No, Maureen.
Maureen,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, Maureen, apologies. He's like, Maureen realised that your entire promo was dialogue from Labyrinth.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, it was the Jareth speech at the end of the movie. That's what I said into the camera.
That's so cool.
And I was like, yes, one person fucking noticed that it was from Labyrinth. And Labyrinth is my wife's favourite movie. And even I had to point out to her, like,
she didn't pick up?
No!
Oh, wow.
I mean, she doesn't listen to me at the best of times. But, yeah, even she didn't pick up. She went, oh, yeah. I was like,
Damn.
oh, it was a cool little Easter egg. Nobody got it. And I was like, at least she got it. It was worth it because one person
got it.
It was 2 months later, but somebody picked it out.
That's so cool.
Right, I think, because as I usually say, Ricky will be screaming that I haven't done a card. Now, again, as I noticed, these cards with younger people is just...
What about?
Yeah, and I will be selective in what I ask. So I don't mind asking folks some of the things when they've lived a bit, when they're a bit older.
Exactly.
But, you know... Let's see what we got for the first one. That's fair, right? Nothing bad.
Okay.
Nice and easy, Jenny. Nice and easy, okay? So, as usual, there are awkward questions for those that haven't watched any of these messy podcasts before. And Jenny gets one pass. Nobody's passed, by the way.
No, I was going to say...
Nobody has ever used one pass. They've always answered it. And usually the rule is, unless they notice, I have to answer the question as well. So, and I got away with it, where I think it was it Steve or Liam? One of them I was getting away with it, and I was like, sucker. So question number 1. Have you ever brought nothing to a bring your own bottle party, but still enjoyed what everyone else brought?
I have never been to a bring your own bottle party, to be honest.
Well, no, so you had the birthday celebration, you had a barbecue.
Yeah.
Right, did you bring anything?
Yep.
Did you bring... Right, so you brought your own bottle.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. It just means you brought your own drink.
Oh, right, yeah.
Not literally you brought a bottle.
Oh, right, just around. No, yeah, I have, yeah.
Right. So, have you ever not brought anything and drank other people's booze?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what right.
Yeah.
So basically you have been a dick.
I have, yes.
And you enjoyed, oh, yes.
Thank you, yes.
I'll have your libations, but...
Oh, yeah. Like I will strewn many beers.
I mean, it's true. No, so it's okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's a safe one. So you just basically are a dick. Yeah.
Yeah. You heard it here, folks.
Absolutely. I'm not interested, but I'm a dick.
Yeah.
Um. Now I haven't drank alcohol for years because I'm boring.
No, that's probably a wise decision.
It's the best decision I ever made, honestly. Um.
I was like stopping, or not stopping, but I was like every now and then because it's summer, I feel like you're like, oh, I want a beer. It's like a nice sunny day. You're like, I want to go home and have a beer.
See, for me, I obviously have personal reasons why I don't drink alcohol now. Because my mother was an alcoholic, and there's a lot of baggage and trauma with that. But I was also brought up around alcohol a lot. Now, when I was in my teen years, I drank alcohol. I was the same as any other teenager. I just went for it. I've been to parties. I've got drunk. I've got hungover. I've done awful things in a drunk state. I've woke up on my own sick.
Oh no.
I've woke up in bathtubs.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Like there was one night I woke up and my mate was in the bathtub and I was in. I woke up. My mate was in the bathtub and he'd leaned over the bathtub at some point. I had passed out on the bathroom floor and he'd been sick on me.
No.
So I woke up.
Oh god.
In his chunky goodness.
It's fucking horrible.
It was. And it was cold.
Oh no.
It was.
And you couldn't have a bath because someone was in the
bath.
Yeah.
I, was like, I slapped him. I woke up and went, fuck you. I was like, yeah, dick. I was so hungover that day. But yeah, for me, I kind of I didn't have a bad relationship with alcohol. But with me, I kind of got to a point where I was noticing that with the tism, I didn't like it. My brain's like, we're drunk. And I was very aware of the changes in the mind, which I just couldn't, I didn't like it. But that was my reasoning for it. Plus, kind of felt like I was a bit like, I have two versions of me when I'm drunk. I am like me up to 11. I'm so funny. I think me and my wife were discussing this the other day. I think what happens is I fully unmask. And when I fully unmask, I have no interest in putting up with anyone's bullshit or like being sociable or having to adhere to social construct and like, oh, somebody asks a question, you answer it, this is how you answer it, this is what they expect. That all goes out the window. And then what starts to come across is I come across that I've got a chip on my shoulder, that I've got a fucking problem with everything. And that's not the case. I'm not being a dick. It's just I'm not giving you anything in return to what you're giving me.
Because you're just not interested.
And it's like I can't be like, the filter turns off, so it's like, that's fucking stupid. That's dumb. Why are you doing that? That's fucking dumb. And now, for anyone that doesn't know, that's just me making a pure observation. In monotone, because I haven't got the personality bit. It just all switches off. It comes out as I'm going, you're a fucking dick. It's stupid. what the fuck's the point in that?
Yeah.
So I come across like more of a dick. But having stopped alcohol, so not so much the reasoning, but having gone through it, I have found how to enjoy myself more. I still don't like social situations. It's not I don't like social situations. I can do social situations. Because I hate the fact that people think that I don't like going out, and I do. If I'm in the right mood for it, I love it.
Yeah.
Like I love the game nights and stuff like that. But I'm kind of like, I've learned how to enjoy myself without alcohol, and in doing so, I've learned more about what I do like and what I don't like, because I haven't got the effect of alcohol enhancing. Or I don't have to have that beer to relax, to enjoy it.
Like it's not required.
No. And in that way, I've learned more about myself, how to enjoy it.
Yeah, and I think that's a good distinction as well, because sometimes when people have bad days, they think, oh, I'll have a drink, but that doesn't make you feel better,
No.
So it's like,
and I call it the caseness effect. It's very easy to fall into the weekend. Living for the weekend. I see people say I'm living for the weekend. I'm like, you're a high functioning alcoholic. I'm sorry, fact.
I could not do that.
If you are going through Monday to Friday and all you are thinking about is getting bloated on a Saturday, Sunday, or even like, let's say not even bloated, you're letting off steam, you're still relying on the alcohol at that. You're still thinking about that drink. You're still thinking about, I need that drink. And then you're going to have that drink and be like, yes, I needed this. And then you do it
again.
Yeah.
And you have no money as well. It's like crazy expensive. So.
Well, that was another thing, was when I was younger, we used to go to the pub with my mates. I'm like, do you want a round? Like, yeah, great. So we did buy a round. And yeah, it was great. I've still got money to buy more rounds. I've still got money to buy stuff for myself. And
Yeah.
have a long night of getting pioshed as I did back then. And then they would buy you one. And then we would, if they didn't buy us one back, then they wouldn't be invited back again.
Fair.
And then I remember, I mean, it's nowhere near what it was now, but I remember I went out and it was kind of forced. It was like, ugh, let's all go out for a drink. Went for a drink. I bought one round. And straight away I was like, well, that's done.
Yeah, like it's just like that's not happening again.
Yeah, I was like, this is it. This is it. So enjoy this one drink that I bought you, and let's say our goodbyes because I'm not fucking doing this again. Like, wow.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, it's again, adds to it. Like,
is it worth it?
it's not.
Yeah,
You feel shit.
because like
You're hungover and you have no money.
exactly.
Yes, you had a good night. Yes, you felt a buzz, but it's an artificial buzz.
Exactly, and you may do things that you regret, the next morning. So it's just no.
Yeah,
'Cause,
or wake up in chunky land.
Exactly, and neither of those things are preferable. But like my brother, he went out, obviously same birthday, so he went out. I want to say on the Sunday as well, or the Saturday, and he came back at some point, and he said, "Oh, I just spent 140 quid."
Who's?
Yeah, and I was like, what? That's outrageous.
140.
Yep,
No.
for one weekend. That's like no.
Just on alcohol.
Yep, just an alcohol.
Nah. And that wasn't even an entire. Well, obviously it would be alcohol for himself because he'd be dead. But yeah, that's mental. That's
Yeah, not worth it whatsoever.
no.
Especially with like just being hungover as well, and you waste a whole day with just like feeling like crap.
The funny thing is as well that I find with alcohol is I don't particularly like the taste of any alcohol, and I've had some nice alcohol. And the funny thing is, like, the nicest alcohols I've ever had are ones that don't taste like alcohol. And usually they're very expensive and they cost a lot of money. And then it always, like, brings me back to that question, just my logic of, like, why not just get the thing that doesn't have alcohol in it that's half the fucking price?
Yeah.
It's like people want cider. Like fruit cider. Dark fruits, right? Dark fruits in particular. Like, oh, I really want dark fruits, right? Yeah. You do realize lemonade and blackcurrant
Exact same
cordial
thing.
does the exact same flavor. And yeah, it's like, oh yeah, but you don't get the buzz. Then there's the problem. You want the buzz. You're looking for the dopamine hit, and the you want to get not drunk, but you're gonna get drunk. But,
Yeah, you want that part of
and
it.
it's just my logic. I think that's a problem because you don't want lemonade and blackcurrant. You want the other thing in it.
Yeah.
So you can't come back with the argument of, but I like the way it tastes. Well, fucking the other thing tastes the same, and it won't. You know what I mean?
Because like 0% Guinness, pretty good. Like, really good.
This upsets me. I don't drink alcohol anymore, but the fact that you're a Guinness drinker upsets me so much. It tastes like fucking drain water.
No, it's so good.
It
Guinness
does.
is great. I love stout. Stout is delicious.
Oh no, I've tried it. Like I had a.
It tastes like coffee, Dave. Surely you'd like it.
It does not taste. Don't you wash your mouth out. Whoa, in my house, Jenny.
Have you
in
not?
my house.
Have you not had like coffee stout specifically?
No, I haven't had coffee stouts because I would never, ever, ever sully the sacred bean or cherry. Actually, it's always referred to as a bean, but it's a cherry.
Oh.
The sacred bean / cherry with alcohol.
Because a few years back, or maybe there still is, there's like a cold brew Guinness, so it tasted like had coffee in it.
Cold brew.
Yeah, I want to say it. Yeah.
Cold brew. I would just give you the shits. Cold brew. Oh, it's a fact. Cold brew. I mean, coffee. A good coffee will loosen up your bowels anyway. But
Never mind.
Cold brew is like, see if someone says to me like, I got a jar of cold brew, right? Americans in particular, they have jars of cold brew just sitting there.
Just jars.
Well, like a jug of it in the fridge.
Oh, right.
And they pre-make it the night before. Now, if you have an iced coffee, that's different because that's like sauce. Sometimes they even have cream, and you have them on a hot day, and it's a cold coffee. It's nice, it's creamy, it's sweet, right? See, people that drink cold brew, which is just drip coffee, chilled in. It's because you need to poop.
Oh, right. That's like the only reason.
You could tell me like, oh, I like the taste of it, but no, you're doing it because you need to poop. Fact.
You're just constipated.
Yeah, I mean, you might not even know it. You know, you're talking to your ass, or you would be, but you're doing it because you need to poop. But yeah, no, Guinness is never for me. Never for me. And I have always described it as that. Like, I took a drink out of it. Like, it tastes like drain water. Just reminds me, straight, like, flashes in my head. It's like dirty sink.
No.
You know, you put the bubbles in, you got that wee head in it. But I mean, if that's what you like, that's what you like. You're wrong, but
I'm right. I'm right.
but if that's what you like, it's cool. But I've tried different. Like I remember there was different Guinnesses for a while. There was like on Draft Tab, like was it like they had numbers on it, like Guinness 89 or something for a while, and
Oh,
I mean I can't
that.
remember. It's back in my pub days, which is a long time ago. There was a fella I used to know called Tony. Oh no, I'm getting the two mixed up. His name was Tony.
Just Tony.
Yeah, I don't even know if he's still alive. Like I knew him for about a year. And we used to meet up at the pub and that. He was a funny guy from England, older than me. Sadly, had some habits, which is why I would be very surprised if he's still with us today.
Yeah.
Got in a lot of trouble. Disappeared. Didn't even have a house. He used to live in like lodgings for a while, and then he'd jump about. He used to get into someone's fucking shit ton of trouble. But he was a funny guy. The last correspondence I had one was when you could talk on like AOL or whatever.
Yeah.
No, it's when I just got Facebook, when Facebook was on the go again. I found them
wow.
and I messaged them and I got this message back and it was pure fucking gibberish.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. I was like, hey, how you doing? Are you good? And it was just gibberish. It came back and I was like, fuck. Well, that's unfriend and very, very sad.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, he was like a Guinness man.
Yeah.
And he tried everything to get me on it, and he'd like keep buying. Back when you could buy each other pints, he was like buying me, try this one. I would take like 2 sips, and I'm like, it tastes like fucking drain water.
You're just like, it's
this
the same
just tastes
thing.
like slightly sweeter drain water, but it tastes like drain water. Does it? I was like, it fucking does. Give me my shitty bottle of watery Miller. I was a Kronenberg man.
I must have had Kronenberg at some point.
So Kronenberg was like really nice, really smooth, creamy beer, and then I switched to San Miguel.
Oh yeah, that's good.
But it had to be from the tap.
Yeah, not
Then the UK completely stopped having San Miguel on tap. It was always bottles or some shit, and the only place that I ever found it was in Spain. It was on tap.
Was it lovely there?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and then don't drink now. So
yeah,
I don't know why I like the taste of San Miguel.
Just good.
Ironically, if I try and nail it down with it tasting like something else, San Miguel's got almost like an acidic twinge on it, so it's almost lemony. So if I drink lemon waters,
is it kind of similar?
Yeah, it's a citrus bit. That's what I'm looking for. It's not the alcohol; it's a citrus bit. So just have citrus.
Because like German beers are lovely, like Pilsners or like Weissbier.
What's the difference?
Slightly different. One's more like hoppy, and then the other's more just like.
How's it going?
Kind of flat. Who knows? In my belly, that's where it's going.
In my belly. You're gonna hop in my belly. Yeah.
Someone needs to make a beer called that.
Hoppy.
Yeah.
Or in my belly.
Hop in my belly.
Hop in my belly.
There probably is one.
Sorry, I looked at that card. I literally cannot ask you that question. And I never... No. No. I'm not asking you that question. Yeah. Bit personal, but hey ho, that's what these questions are for. It's not as bad as that other one.
You have to show me what the other one was after.
Hold on, if I take it back out, because I don't want to know the answer to it, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to know the answer to it. Okay, so question number 2. Have you ever told someone that you love them just to badonka-doink with them?
Nope.
Never.
Mm-mm.
Never. Not on your radar to do that.
Nope.
Not that kind of person.
Nope.
Okay.
Ugh, disgusting. Telling them you love them. No.
Oh, that's it. Sorry, I thought the other bit was the carnal bit. No, it just. No, I get that. It's really icky because it's
like, no.
Well, it's like I want you to think that I have more interest in you long term and that my feelings are deeper for you.
Yeah.
And I will lie to you for that just to get my rocks off.
Yeah, that'd be pretty shitty if you did that. So I'm not gonna lie.
That is really shitty.
Yeah. Damn no.
That is really, really shitty. I have not done that. I have weirdly told someone that I love them, but I didn't mean it in like I love you so much. I told them that I love them, but I did it like I was very, very little. Like
yeah.
But I did it to get them to like me.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, but
Like-
that's still fine. Like when you're a kid, you know, it's just validation.
But
It's kind of what
no,
kids know.
like that I'd like to get to that end goal. No, I mean that's personally I find that's abusive.
Yeah, that's like fucking with someone's head, you know.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. I mean it's abusive and it's as you say it's an icky one.
Yeah.
So no, neither of us have done
I
that.
feel like that just wouldn't work either. Like just no.
It works for a lot of folk. It works for a lot of folk. I think it used to be. Well, I don't know because I don't know enough people now, but I would say it was a standard practice.
Jesus.
I think there's more repercussions for that now, though.
Red flag.
Red flag. Red flag. Let's jump to another one. We'll go back to the softer one there because I don't want any more shocks. I know the answer to this. I know the answer to all of these.
Oh no.
Have you ever taken drugs without knowing what they were?
No.
No. Only taking drugs that you knew what they were.
Yeah. Come on, they have to be informed.
Informed from the chemist over the counter.
Yeah.
No, I've never taken drugs without knowing what they were.
That's like fucking stupid. Sorry.
That's a trick question, actually. Do you know that? Have you ever taken drugs without knowing what they were? And you could go like, no. I
Yeah.
always knew what they were.
Yeah, exactly.
I always knew what my supplier was giving me.
Like I asked for a wiki link.
Just go up to your local drug dealer in the street. Yeah, I'm going to need that CV.
Yeah, exactly.
Say, who have you supplied to recently? And what was your yield? What was your annual yield? It's too easy. Let's go for another one. Oh, come on.
Another easy one.
That's really like, you're getting tame ones.
Yeah.
Have you ever made a New Year's resolution that lasted less than a week?
Obviously.
Absolutely.
Like who
everybody.
hasn't?
I
I don't even know if I've...
I do it every day. I'm like, tomorrow I'm going to work out. And then it doesn't happen.
Oh yeah, it's always tomorrow. Like I'm bad for that too. It's like, oh, tomorrow I'll do this. Tomorrow I'll do this.
Yeah, I'm bad for procrastinating.
Yeah.
But I go two ways. And we were talking about that not long ago. I go two ways. It's either hyper focus or nothing. I wouldn't say I'm bad. I wouldn't say I procrastinate. It's either I don't want to do it or I do want to do it.
Yeah.
I don't kind of have that. You know, I might do it tomorrow. I might not. It's either gonna happen or it's not gonna happen. Now Susan can procrastinate the fucking shit out of it.
Yeah.
She did it today multiple times. There was like we needed to move more of the furniture around. So the couch, I don't know if it's in frame. It's slightly. This couch will not be here. We're trying to get rid of it. But the fact that this couch was moved around the living room as we sort of like juggled everything.
Oh wow.
Right. So one
Yeah.
job would be done. I turned around, she was sitting on it, and I'm like,
Just thinking over the work, you know, just thinking like,
oh
what,
yeah,
what
on
needs
the
to be
phone,
done? Yeah.
scrolling,
Oh,
just
what needs to be done next?
I mean, at one point she was literally lounging on it with her legs up. Just like I was like, you know, we're getting rid of that. So yeah, I was like, okay, just things to do. So one thing I want to go down is because we briefly touched on it at the start, and I think it's probably outside of wrestling is the foundation of why we have good conversations. Is you are such a geeky nerd, and I don't think that's an insult to say.
No.
I am such a geeky nerd. And I keep thinking I'm turning my mic off. I've got paranoid as hell. I'm such
Hoping
a geeky
I'm talking
nerd.
into it correctly.
Yeah, I'm doing the same. I'm like, I am such a geeky nerd, and obviously I've got most of my geekiness around. I remember. I think I first discovered your geekdom. I invited. We talked about it briefly before, but I invited you around for a game night, and then you had mentioned, which I didn't know, that you have dabbled with Dungeons and Dragons.
I'm satanic.
Side devil worship us. But I would say that's not even. I don't think that's a faux pas now. Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh no, it's huge.
Dungeons and Dragons is like wrestling. It's just everywhere now.
Yeah.
And I think it's fair to say. I know it's a bit cliche, but I do think it's fair to say that Stranger Things has a big thingy for making it more widespread. Not accepted, but widespread.
Yeah,
it was huge anyway.
More known about, yeah.
But it definitely leaked into pop culture more. I think the same thing. It's not my my cup of tea. I like some of the games in that, but I would say it's the same thing with like Warhammer, especially 40K. Like in the last few years, way more mainstream accepted. You know,
Yeah.
it's no longer, oh, there's the Games Workshop shop.
Yeah.
Now it's just like, oh, look at the cool models.
Like they're doing a TV show with Henry Cavill, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Down to the wire. It was like a week left on that Amazon. We're like, if we don't
Wow.
get confirmation, we're leaving. It was
Wow.
on and off, on and off. And from what I've seen, like, I'm not a huge Warhammer fan.
Nah, me neither.
I do know the lore because I sat and made the effort to sit and watch a YouTube video explaining the lore to me, and I was like, you know, you're talking 30 years of 30 year, 20 year, maybe of 40K lore, and it was compressed into a 40-minute video. My brain almost exploded.
Wow, that's crazy.
It was mental.
Lot to comprehend.
I was just following along until it got to something called the Horus Heresy,
Mm.
and then I was just like, oh, well, okay. And then I got to the end of it. I was like, okay, cool. But yeah, so like the Dungeons and Dragons, I didn't know much about it. I didn't understand the mechanics of it. I probably still couldn't, without a lot of assistance, play a game at the moment.
Oh, there's so much. Like, yeah.
But obviously, the thing that eased me in more is I always like the concept of it. But then, of course, I played Baldur's Gate 3.
Sick. Yeah.
And that's obviously, that's Dungeons and Dragons and pure Dungeons and Dragons in video game form.
Yeah.
Other than the fact, well, no, you can create your own card. What am I talking about? And it did not hold hands to begin with. I've played turn-based things. I think Liam mentioned this. I'm more, I like Magic.
Mm.
So I leaned heavily.
Oh, did you pick Wizard?
I did.
Oh.
That was not a good idea. I've learned that now.
Yeah.
I picked Wizard and I was literally like, oh yeah, here we go. Like zap, boom, here we go. And then it was like, I'm gonna zap you again. No, you can't do that because you've already done it.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, spell slots. You have no spell slots left.
Yeah, I was like, what's happening? Why? Where's my Sparky Spark? And then I couldn't figure it out because the game didn't fully explain to me.
No.
Like, was it cantrips?
Yeah, they're
Cantrips are repeatable.
Mm.
So I eventually understood that, oh, right, these are the ones I can use repeatedly. Spells I can only use when I really need to.
Yeah.
Unless I rest and whatnot. But yeah, I was really kind of digging it.
Unless you're a warlock, then your spells come back after a short rest.
Yeah, I switched to fighter because I was like, oh, I can't get the magic. And then I got annoyed with myself. I'm like, no, I like magic. So I went back again. And then I kind of got more into the Dungeon and Dragon-y vibe. So I kind of like took my time. Then I went a bard.
Yeah, bards are fun.
I was digging the bard. I made this like Johnny Depp looking thing with like purple hair and like the shit I was saying the whole time. I was like, yeah, I'm a fucking rock star. But pulled away again because I got conflicted with something again. I was like, I still want to do more magic. And as light and fluffy as being the bard was, I was playing like a nice bard. I'm not a nice guy. And I was like, I really want to be an asshole. So I went warlock because I love the idea of the character of like, I've sold part of myself
Yeah,
for
like
the
the
power
pact.
with the demon thing, and really dug that.
Yeah, warlocks are great fun.
So I was surprised when you said like, oh, I'm into D&D. So how long have you been doing D&D? I mean, obviously you struggle to get games now, do you?
Oh yeah, it's always like difficult because I've got multiple groups too. So I should have said
A duo.
Yes, I have two. But it's always, I know I've had multiple groups, but obviously, things happen, people move away, like stuff like that. I want to say 2017, 2018, because a friend who I haven't talked to in years, she got me into watching Critical Role.
Yeah.
And I watched Campaign 2. And I want to say they were probably on about like episode 30 or 40, and there's like 130 episodes or 37 episodes in Campaign 2. So that's like over 500 hours of content. So I caught up and then I started watching it live, and like I would have been just started high school at that point. So it was great because I just came home and then on a Thursday I'd watch Critical Role, and it like taught me the mechanics of the game, and you get to see like these story arcs develop, and to me that was like so appealing. Like
it's quite a common thing now. Like I've only just discovered I knew about Critical Role, and I saw like clips and like the funny clips and stuff, but it's way more common now to have entire campaigns. Like there's even video game sites that are dedicated to having a YouTube show just about them playing D&D.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like
it's way bigger than what I can. And you're talking like what 2017.
Yeah.
or slightly before high school.
Yeah. Well, I think 2017 I would have just been going into high school. Yeah.
So fucking old. So fucking old.
But yeah, like actually even before that, I think we played. Oh, I can't remember what it's called. Hammer. Oh, no, it wouldn't. No, would it have been Warhammer? But it would have been the RPG version of it.
Oh, I have no idea.
No, I can't
No
think of
idea.
what it would have been. But there was another thing. Like we had these group of people that played it, and I played it with them. But obviously, I was an annoying kid. Like you just shout the whole time. You're just so excited.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would have been even longer. But who knows? Like I love RPGs. I'd say it's probably my favorite genre of game, like video game and just game in general. Like Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Classic Fallouts.
Ooh, like 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Wow. That's for someone your age. That's a different left field one.
Oh, at Liam's birthday party, I was arguing with one of his friends about Fallout because they were saying no, classic Fallout was good. I was not having any of it, and like the TV show, I was getting heated.
The TV show. What's wrong with the TV show?
Oh, I hate it.
No, I love the TV show.
No, because it's just Bethesda's Fallout. It's just like they shoved in as many references as they could. It's like, guys, look, it's the thing. It's
in
the
fairness,
thing.
it's Fallout 4.
Exactly, yeah.
It is Fallout 4 onwards.
And it shits on the lore of the first two games because
Yeah, it
they
does.
nuke something
Yeah.
and they move shady sands.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, that's fair. That's fair. But for me, I was kind of like, I don't mind this. It was like cool to see Fallout live action, but the thing that kept me with it is Walter Goggins as the ghoul.
Oh, he's really good.
And the fact that again heavily featured in the second season, I'll watch it because it's Walter Goggins. I just thought his ghoul character was amazing.
See, I was the opposite. I was like, to be fair, I did watch the first episode. I managed to last that long. No, and I wanted to go in and be like, okay, I'm either going to like this or I'm not going to like this. I want to give it a chance. And I just couldn't. The amount of slow-mo that they used, it's like...
Yeah, that's fair.
They tried to make it like, guys, this character is cool. This character, he's so cool. I was just like, fuck it. You're trying to make me like this person, and it's annoying. I like Walton Goggins, but I don't like that.
I think...
And like, the actress who plays the main character, she's really good. I've seen her in a few other things.
Yeah, she is...
You seen Yellow Jackets?
No, which is weird because it's on Amazon, is it?
I think it is.
Yeah, see, I've got an issue. Like, I have Amazon Prime, but got a fucking issue with them ever since they put the ads in.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. You have to pay.
I've still got third season of Vox Machina.
Oh, see, I haven't even watched the second season yet. I'm so behind.
Brilliant, so good, but I can't go and watch third because on principle, I'm still fucking paying for it, which is ridiculous. But the fact that Amazon didn't have adverts for the price that it was on, and then they've added adverts in, and I'm like, why should I watch it?
Yeah.
Which is a shame because I fucking love Vox Machina.
Oh, it's so good. It was so weird. Like, pardon me. I still remember watching the Kickstarter when it was just going to be an animated special.
Yeah.
I remember watching the amount of money go up and up and up. 10 million. I was like, that's crazy.
It's so good.
I'm so excited for campaign 2 to be like what was it? Animated though. The
right.
The Mighty Nine, because that's my favorite. Like that's my favorite group. Obviously, campaign they've done.
See, I like stuff, animated stuff where it's funny, obviously, because why else you watch it. But I really, really connect with animation that's like funny, and then just on a fucking dime, it can be like, ooh, and it just either rip your heart out or just like, wow, this fucking took a turn. Because the obvious one, which I know everyone's like, oh, everybody like is oversaturated, blah 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 blah, and it was massive to a point of an absolute nuisance. And now everyone just shits on it because it got so big. But an obvious one was Rick and Morty, right? But I watched Rick and Morty when it was like the first season. And I think, I can't remember if it was the first season or it was the second season, but there's an episode when you meet Rick's ex-girlfriend, Unity, who's a sentient being that takes over planets.
Yep.
Right? It's funny, it's crass, it's a Rick and Morty episode.
There's a reference to Community in that.
Yeah.
Love that.
It's all that. And then it ends with Rick attempted to take his own life because he's so depressed. That's when I was like, oh, fucking, like, then it had me hooked. And then every time, and wisely so, even if people don't overly like it, but see, like, the new seasons, especially the new voice actors, they keyed in on the fact that everybody likes that tone. Justin Roiland did it, although he was outed, rightfully so. He always wanted to take it away from the long-term storytelling.
What, he just wanted like
He wanted, like-
self-contained episodes?
yeah.
More like sitcom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the other guy, Dan Harmon, was like, no, they're layered characters at this point, and they were more nuanced than that. And like that's why I like the fact that Rick is a miserable, broken man because he's the smartest man in the universe.
Yeah.
And he's flawed, and he like
Good character.
They did an entire season where he realized that. Like the whole season is him accepting I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
So
I haven't watched it since it went a bit weird. I can't remember what episode it was, but there was one I watched and I'm just like, I don't like this anymore, and that's okay.
You seem to be someone that's quite like, yeah, this is taking a turn. Bye.
yeah, pretty much. Like,
Whereas I'll write it through and I'll try and I'll wait until it comes back. If it doesn't come back at a certain point, I am gone. But you seem to be very like, no, I don't like this.
yeah. But then, to be fair though, as much as I have shat on the Fallout TV show, like I appreciate that it's brought new people to the IP and that. Like that's cool.
I think,
you know,
although it doesn't respect your what you like about the lore, visually, it looks like Fallout 4. Like,
yeah,
and I know it's not what
yeah.
it was, but it looks like what it's intending to be.
Yeah. See, that's what annoys me though. In Bethesda's Fallout, it's set way after the bombs, and yet people cannot clean rubbish from their own houses. Society has not advanced.
It's not a loot then. I can't get my scrap.
But no, it is. Yeah. But New Vegas though.
Game or TV show coming.
What, they're doing a TV show?
Season 2's in New Vegas.
But they knew New Vegas, did they not?
I can't remember. No, not in the TV show. The TV show, it just appears. See, I don't know much about the original lore.
The game, really good.
See, I don't know much about the original lore. I've watched like story summaries, but I can't remember much now. But obviously, right, you don't like Fallout.
No,
well, the TV show.
The TV show,
yeah. Susan's never watched anything with Fallout, and she didn't like the TV show. She just couldn't click with it, which I was like, fine.
Fair.
You're wrong, but fine. No, I get it. But yeah, so yeah, I kind of like resonate with animation like that. And my point was that Vox Machina had that in spades. It could be really funny 1 minute, and then it could be like, oh, rip the soul at you the next. Final Space was like that.
I've never seen Final Space.
Now, I want to say, you would love Final Space.
Yeah.
But because you've got that bit of like, this is fucking annoying me, bye. It can be annoying in the first season because the guy that created Final Space, Olin Rogers, he voices the main character, Gary, and Gary's a fucking idiot. He's a lovable goof. But the voice acting, especially in the first season, can be very grating.
Yeah.
Like, he's so annoying. But if you stick with it,
it's worth it.
It's worth it. And then the second season in particular, when they do the recap for the first season, Olin Rogers actually makes a joke. I was like, you know, a lot of people said that my voice was annoying, so it's going to be like less this season then. It'll be less grating this time. And I'm like, how the fuck did you fit that in? But it is very quick at ripping the soul at you.
Yeah.
The third season, I'm not ashamed to admit, third season, I fucking repeatedly cried. There's like episode after episode of like, oh my god.
Yeah, you're just getting murdered. Yeah.
And when it ended,
my feelings.
It ended on a massive like a season cliffhanger, and I was like,
yeah.
And it's like, why? And I was like, oh, I need to do the checks, right? On I went. When's the next season coming? When's the next season coming?
Cancelled, right?
It got cancelled.
Thank you, Netflix.
It didn't just get cancelled. It wasn't Netflix.
Was it?
It was Warner Brothers.
Oh.
Final Space went through 2 mergers. Warner Brothers did 2 mergers, and it survived both of them.
Oh, right.
Third one, it didn't.
No.
Not the executive took a look at it and went, nope. And it's like, it's the most watched animated thing on Netflix when it was there.
Yeah.
Now, as of now, you can't view it. It's gone.
Oh.
You'd be lucky if you can get the Blu-ray.
Maybe you have to sail the 7 seas.
You can't get the third season on Blu-ray either.
What?
You can find the other 2, but third season, no. Olin Rogers, there's a YouTube video on his YouTube page. Go watch it. He's gutted. He announces that it's been cancelled and it can't be saved, and he's literally like, he's crying in it. You can see that how much it's his baby.
Yeah.
Then to make it worse, he asked, "Well, look, can we do a movie, an animated movie, or an extended special just to wrap it up?" No. And then because he asked, they took the rights away from him.
Oh, damn. And they can do that because his contract that he signed.
Yeah, they took it all. He doesn't have the rights to it now.
But that's what annoys me about like the rights, like with TV and that. or films? Like, why do all these companies just hold on to IPs and refuse?
Warner Brothers in particular.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers has hundreds of IPs that they keep buying up and never use. Did you ever dabble with Multiverse game?
No.
It was disgusting. And everyone was like, it was cool, right? It was a Smash Bros. Rip-off thing, and it wasn't very good. But one of the things that disgusted me with it, which everyone was kind of popping for, it was like, oh, look, you can have like Wild Coyote against fucking Jason. You can have all these ones, all these ones can fight each other. And I'm like, you do realize that none of these properties are getting anything of their own anymore.
Yeah, they're
Like,
just stand-ins.
Roadrunner.
Yeah.
There's a John Cena movie of it. It's finished. It's done. Yeah, Warner Brothers is like, yeah, fuck it, tax write-off. It's only recently, I think out of nowhere, and it's years ago now, that I think Amazon have got it and they're going to put it.
All right.
There's a Batwoman movie.
Yes, I heard of that. It got cancelled, right?
No, it was finished.
Yeah, and then they just canned it.
Yeah, it was Warner Brothers. Tax write-off.
Oh, see, yeah, that's the other thing. Tax write-off, just so...
Yeah, so there's a tax write-off. I was like, fuck it.
Like, that's mental.
Disney do it too. Disney are really sneaky about it because they remove things without telling you, and then it's gone. But Multiverses was really disgusting because there was so much. I don't know if you watch Jimquisition.
No,
Stephanie Sterling.
I do not.
It's really good. I've watched them for years, and they do get like commentary on every Monday. Video comes out. They do commentary on video games, video game industry, and things they like. Usually the corruption of the industry. So I'm jaded now, but. Made a point about Warner Brothers Multiverses. Same idea. So many IPs just locked up, not getting use. But made a point of the last. I never watched it, but you know the god awful Space Jam movie.
Oh, the one with LeBron James.
Yes, LeBron James.
LeBron James.
LeBron James. But apparently there's a scene in it when like there's like hundreds of Warner Brother properties in the background.
Oh, okay.
This is a kids movie, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this shows you the tone deafness of it and just the fact that they have all these rights and they're like, oh, we'll just throw these characters in, right? Dragoons are in it. Do you know what Dragoons are?
Nope.
I can't remember if I'm using the right term. Sure, it's Dragoons. It's the gang from Clockwork Orange.
Oh.
They're in the background of the basketball game.
Why would you do that? I haven't even seen the Clockwork Orange. And yeah, I know. I don't think kids would like that.
Shows them they're standing there cheering on. But that shows you the tone deafness of it. Not because you put something from a thing. It's like you've taken a property that you know nothing about. You don't know the history of it. You know what's from, and you just threw it in for a reference, not realizing what it was.
It's like, guys, look at this. Like how many references we can do. Does this make it good?
It's like, look, Bugs Bunny, fucking Batman, and Clockwork Orange. Of course,
God, of course. It's my favorite like tag team.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it's rolling back. So you got into the D&D.
Just any like tabletop RPG, to be honest. There's so many more I want to do. Like a Dishonored tabletop RPG. There's a Witcher tabletop RPG. I'm
Witchered out now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've hit that point. But Dishonored sounds cool as fuck.
Yeah, and like my friend's got the handbook for it. And I think it's set during the events of Dishonored 2. So you have the whole world, or not the whole world, but like Karnaka and that.
Yeah, it opened up, yeah.
Yeah. So what else? There's also like Deadlands Reloaded. So that's like supernatural Wild West, alternate history, which I love. What else? I like honestly, there's so many. It's mental.
See, I really want to try. There was one that was on the go, and it looked so much fun, but you can't get it now. There's a wrestling one.
Was it?
Yeah. And it was like really in depth to the point of like you had to manage your career, your gimmick, and there was a system where you had to manage your matches in the sense of literally like how you talk. So I was like, if we're at a table and they're like, oh, we've been booked in a match. You have to plan the match. It affects your stats.
Cool.
You have to manage like your health and like there was stuff like you it went down roads where you could become a drug addict and everything.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Ridiculous.
Roll for drug addiction.
Well, it was like your sanity, your health, and obviously the DM or GM could be like, oh well, you've now picked up a painkiller habit and stuff, and it looked mental.
But you can't get it.
No, you can't get it. It's because it's one of that like indie printed ones.
Yeah,
it's hard to get. There's limited copies. You might know this. It's something. It's a particular system. It's not the D&D rule set. It's called our Apocalypse system.
Don't think I've heard of that, to be honest.
I think it's like quite an action orientated, like roll for anything.
Yeah.
It's a simplified version.
Not a D20 system that you have less dice, you just
I no, I think still
Oh,
think it's D20s and stuff
yeah.
on the same amount of dice, but I think it's more, it's contained, easier to create games and get straight into it.
Yeah.
There's one where you'd have the core book of it, and then there's modular books. So there's one for like the Crow.
Oh, nice.
So Kaka would like that.
Just like any setting that you want.
I would tell Richard, I'd be like, we're gonna do. Do you want to come over for a Crow game night? He'd be like, yeah, absolutely, Dave. I'd be like, all right. And he's like, yeah, it'd be great, Mush. I was like, yeah. And then he walks in, and I'll go, right, we're doing the Skarsgård version. He'd be like, fuck you.
He'd leave. He'd
just be like, only one crow. Only one crow.
Oh, actually, speaking of different systems, there is one. Oh, what's it called? It's like you know the board game we did. It's like Alien. What's that called? Nemesis. I believe there is an Alien tabletop RPG.
Yes, there is.
I would want to play that.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. I don't actually own any, and the reason I don't own any is because I don't have the time to learn the systems and the rules. Like I've got a Labyrinth one.
Oh, nice.
I have a Labyrinth. Actually, where is it? Because I can grab it now. Being unprofessional, it's there. I know it's there. Where did I put it? Oh no! Oh no!
It just helps.
I think it's buried behind the couch.
I believe you.
It is. It's a cool wee book as well because when you take the sleeve off, it's done in her notebook, her red book that she has in the movie. But yeah, it's the same idea. Like you have, obviously, if you're GMing, you create the labyrinth, you tell the story within it, and you pick your species. So you're either going to be one of the worms, or you're going to be what Ludo was, the big, or obviously a goblin.
Oh, cool.
Or something completely or human that's trapped in the labyrinth. And the GM obviously is referred to as the Goblin King.
Oh, that makes sense.
They're controlling the labyrinth.
Yeah.
And I love the idea of it. And I've had it for about 2 years. I bought it for Susan, and I still haven't been able to sit and go through the whole thing. But the one thing that's always stopped me is that it's a 3-player minimum. And I'm like, I can't see. I definitely can't see danger playing it.
No.
Ricky maybe, but do you know what? I'm gonna be Ricky's OCD and tabletop RPG. I think I would annoy the shit out of me. Ricky would be the first one to be like, "Oh, you can't do that. It doesn't make sense. You're not allowed to do that."
But then at the end of the day, it's the GM's discretion. You know,
absolutely.
Like
that's what appeals to me is I think I would like to be the GM because I obviously with wrestling I like creating stories and I like entertaining people and I like to see people react within that space and that's kind of what that is.
Oh yeah, it's really good for that. It's always the thing. I always end up being the DM or the GM, which is like a shame. Like I love it, but I like being a player a bit more, I'd say.
Yeah, where you don't it's
yeah.
You do lose that whole. You're not
freedom.
Yeah, but you're not experienced the fucking the whole. Oh, you're not surprised. You're like, oh, we can do this. Oh, this is happening. Oh, wow, the story's going this way because you made it.
But it's still really cool.
I mean, it's possible, isn't it, as a GM, if you're good enough and you know the rule sets and the systems, that you can freehand it.
Oh yeah.
See, that really appeals to me.
I mean, most of the time when I prepare, I don't prepare shit. I just make shit up and then read from like if I have a predetermined story.
Yeah.
Like, read from that. But I'm really bad for not preparing.
See, I love the idea of just being like, okay, you're ready, folks. Let's go. All right, what are you? Where are you from? Right, we'll spend 20 minutes. Everyone goes around the table and be like, oh, this is my character. And I'll be like, oh, that's great. That's an awesome character. I will then read maybe a little bit of backstory for each of your characters before we start. And I'll be like, Jenny, you begin your journey and you're about to leave your house. What do you do? And you'd be like, oh, I'm opening the door and I'm walking out. I'll be like, you're dead.
Yeah.
Boulder from the sky came down.
roll a perception check for me, please.
Oh, a 4. That's no. Sorry, that's no. Do you have any modifiers?
Oh yeah, like there's it's great. Yeah, obviously, I feel like the people that you're playing with, you have to like obviously you'll build up a relationship with them. You just be stupid the whole time. Like me and my friends, a bunch of crappy jokes. A lot of the time we'll get derailed because we'll just start cracking up shitty jokes. Like, and always if you're the DM, your players will always do the one thing you didn't plan for. So it's like you can plan for as many possibilities as you want, and then they surprise you.
The best advice I ever got for that was like, because I'm never going to do it, was when you create a story, make sure that you're creating a story not for yourself, but for your players. So if you know, like, one character's like, oh, they're always a mouthy git when you play. So you put them in situations where they're like in a bar fight, they got to talk their way out of it. Like you kind of
Yeah.
like set up an area for that. I love the idea of it. And it's, I wish actually I did have like more time for it, because it's something I would love to have a group do it. Because obviously, like, we get very, very, very sporadic game nights. And yes, a lot of the time it's my stuff because it's mainly the only chance I get the game. But I think you've enjoyed the last couple of ones.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's so cool.
What's
like,
been your least favorite one that you've played on a game night?
that's difficult to say. I honestly,
Because I've done something different every time.
yeah. To be honest, I don't think I would say I haven't enjoyed like any of them. I've enjoyed all of them. They've been great.
See, by all rights and purposes, you should fucking hate Nemesis. Because you had a bad run in Nemesis.
I got fucked over in Nemesis. Yeah, but
killed you.
You did. You did. And I was like, oh, I can get to the escape pod. No, I can't. I'm gonna die regardless. Yeah. Ricky, thank you, Ricky, for blowing up the ship and killing us all.
I mean, I was happy because, like, I still won because my only goal was to kill you.
Yeah. I mean, you nearly got me when you trapped me in that room with that alien. How did I escape? I had like a.
Oh, you opened the door with the blow. Yeah, you had the blowtorch thing because you were the engineer, weren't you?
Yeah, I believe so. Or the ship's pilot.
That was it.
No, but like that's so fun to me because it's just Alien. You know?
So for people that don't know, Nemesis is a board game that is it's Alien the board game. It is, and the ship is falling apart. It's randomized rooms. And there's obviously nasty aliens. You make noise, they find you. But it's also a hidden traitor game because, and it might be multiple traitors.
Yeah.
And there's so many variables because everyone has two objectives at the start, and it could be a case of you have to work together, survive, and live. Or it could be something as simple as make sure the ship is going to Earth or Mars or somewhere and send the signal. Or fucking break the engines, make sure everybody dies.
Yeah.
And there's even like, it's such a great game because it's not a tabletop RPG by any means, but there is space for stories to happen. Like one of my favorite ones is this was like, I think pre-pandemic. Pre-pandemic, and I had Lad Chapman over and Danger and all that. They were all around, and we had a game of Nemesis, and everything was going fine for everyone. And my job was that I had to escape the ship, but I needed somebody to come with me.
Oh, right.
And they were in, so there was a character that had a wheelchair, so obviously everyone just referred to them as wheels. Very, very sensitive. And I was the captain, and the captain's special ability was only one time, because remember you can't actually hurt each other in it because you have the chips. But because I was the captain, my ability was only one time I could tell another player to do something.
Oh wow!
And they can't disobey because of the chip.
Yeah.
Everything was set up. Everyone was a bit of win and everything. And I got into the escape pod, and the whole time everyone thought I was all goody. Ricky at the time was the only one that thought I was being bad because he kept going, Dave, why are you near the engines? I was like, I'm just checking if they're all right. He's like, no, but why are you near the engines? I was like, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Trust me.
Don't worry about it. You just do your thing. And the game was fine set. I was in the pod, and literally everyone was happy, and I think most of us were working together, and I just turned around and I went, get in the fucking pod with me. And Wheels had to come in, and it was like we were all laughing because we shot the pod off, and somebody else was like, Wheels, no, come back. And I was like, come with me, bitch.
Never to be seen again.
Ironically, we both died in the pod because we were infected.
Oh,
but that didn't matter.
You still won
because my objective was done.
Right.
All I had to do was make sure they were off the ship with me. I didn't have to live.
Yeah, I couldn't do either of mine because mine was either the ship must reach Earth, the control room was on fire the entire time, and I couldn't find anything to put the fire out, and there was also an alien in there.
That game got wild with the fire. That's the most fire I've played in a game.
And then the other one was be the only survivor, and things were going well until I got impregnated by an alien.
As you do.
As you do.
As you do.
Or like more like a face hugger or whatever. Impregnate is probably not the right word, but
Danger's had one of the worst games of Nemesis I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because he started it. This is why we've got the house rule of not having aliens come out until a certain round. Because an alien came out, it was loud, and he got hit. He got bleeding damage straight away, like one card at random bleeding. Oh my god, he bled out the entire game.
Jesus.
And then he died within the first quarter, but it was
Yeah.
miserable. And unfortunately, Nemesis does facilitate that as well.
It's like things just go from bad to worse, like, really quickly.
Yeah, but you can get like a really, really rough non-start. Like he never really got a chance to get going, which is a shame. But it's one of that things. I think one of my favorite ones we've played. I love Nemesis, obviously for a reason. I need to play the second one, Lockdown, again, because it does play differently. It's the same but different. It's the power system.
Yeah, the box art is lovely. Like,
Yeah,
the boxes are beautiful.
It's Awakened Realms, and they are something else with their artwork and quality. The game I've had the most fun playing, just for quickness, is Thunder Road.
Oh yeah, that was great.
That's so fun. Thunder Road Vendetta.
Who won? Oh, Corvin won that one after he went to bed.
It was
right?
yeah. Ricky took over his card. Yeah. Ricky tends to win a lot of games. Ricky's good and sneaky at board games. Yeah. He's one to watch with.
And what was the other one? Obviously the Zombicide was great.
Oh, you like Zombicide?
Oh yeah.
See, I find Zombicide, like, although the last game night was really good, I actually left that feeling a bit deflated because I felt like maybe that didn't hit. But I love Zombicide.
Yeah.
Zombicide is a cheeseburger of a game because it's just roll and kill things.
Oh yeah, it's so satisfying. But then it's also things can go really bad all of a sudden.
It's when you see all the zombies coming in, I was like, ah. That's one thing I did do when I was rearranging. So starting from that calyx there, right? That's Zombicide White Death. That's ancient China.
Oh, cool. I think I remember you telling me.
Yeah, and I'm going to paint it at some point.
Oh wow, all the way along there.
Yeah, never played it because I just got a couple months ago. Turtles expansion with it. Turtles in ancient Japan. Yes, please. And then it's another expansion, and then I've got still in cellophane wrapper that I bought 2 years ago. Night of the Living Dead Zombicide.
Oh, sick.
More based in house, so you have to board up the windows.
Tony Todd is in the remake of that, right?
Yes, the remake is better than the original.
I think I've seen the remake.
Fight me. The remake is better than the original. The original has cultural significance, but the remake is the 1991 is way better. Way better.
And that's Night of the Living Dead.
Yeah, Night of the Living Dead.
Day of the Dead, what one's that?
That's the third one.
Is that the one in the shopping mall?
Nope, that is Dawn of the Dead.
Right, I've seen that one. I think
Dawn
it's
of
the
the Dead.
remake one.
See the remake of Dawn of the Dead? It's not a remake.
No?
No. Other than the
Is
fact...
that Zack Snyder?
Other than the fact that it eventually goes into a mall. Not the same film.
No, not the same. I might have seen both, actually. What's the third one, then?
Third is Day
of
the Dead. It's in a military bunker.
Oh, yep, I've seen that, yeah.
Bub.
Yeah.
It's got one of the best end scenes ever.
What does the guy say? Something...
Choking it.
Ah, yeah.
Choke on it! As his intestines are being completely ripped out.
Yeah, I've seen all of them.
He's a fucking asshole of a character in that movie.
Yeah.
I forget to name it, but he is brilliant in it. You hate him so much.
Can't remember the actor.
No, any other time.
It's been too long since I've seen them,
but,
to be fair.
yeah, I love zombie movies as well, so that's probably why. But yeah, we've got Night of the Living Dead, and then we've got Zombicide, which is the modern one, 2nd edition. Which I have military expansion for Fort Hendricks. I realise I'm talking away from the mic. Fort Hendricks. And then I've got Washington, D.C.
Oh, sick.
They're campaigns.
Oh, right.
They're campaigns. So
you've actually got a majority of objectives to do. It's not majority.
Whereas the main box is kind of like campaign, but you're doing levels. But these are like actual like things follow on with it. And then the one I really want to play, but I really want to paint them first, but there's so many bloody models, is an Undead West.
Yes, yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah, well,
That's
you
so
mentioned
cool.
before how you like the thing. It's that. The big monsters in it called abominations, like the bosses.
Oh, that'd be cool.
They're mental in that. There's a Wendigo.
Oh, nice.
And there's like a demon horse, and they go mental with it. But yeah, I've got a Zombicide problem, and yet I rarely get to play it.
But no, I love that one. And what else? What was the one where we were families of monsters? We had to kill
Monster Slaughter.
Yeah,
it's up top there. Yeah, it'll be off camera, but Monster Slaughter.
Oh, that was great too.
And I want to play more of that because that was the basic level that we played, and then it's scenario based.
Oh yeah, so they might have weapons sometimes.
Yeah. So Monster Slaughter is like Cabin in the Woods, the game. It's you are a family of monsters and you have to kill the noisy teenagers, and it sounds really gory, but it's funny. It's so funny. But like there's a whole campaign of it changes the scenarios. I love the fact that a Ghostbuster can just turn up.
Yeah, I think a Ghostbuster turned up in our game.
It was a good yeah.
Someone killed him though, I want to say.
It wasn't me because I did awful in that game. There's even an expansion I have for it where it adds a cardboard bunker.
Mm. Where they can go.
Yeah, you can go into it, but it's where the military are.
Ooh.
Like cabin in the woods.
Yeah.
I was like,
sick. And remember, we learned the purpose of the shed. It's like
Yes.
there's a shed where you can put certain survivors in because you have a goal, like a personal goal. Like you have to be the one to kill a certain survivor, but then someone else might want
There's
to
like
keep
a
that one
betting
alive.
order. You get more points if survivors die in the order that you predict. But yeah, we kept putting them in shit.
And you have a target as well. Like if you kill your target, you get extra points, right? Susan
Yes.
won that one.
Did she won that one? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think Susan won like 2 in a row, but I can't remember.
Did we go for 2 games now?
No, I think it was that and another one she might.
Do you know that's the only thing, and it's just fine. I totally understand it. But that's the only thing that guts me a game night is that we only get like 1 goal in a game. Because it's like, oh come on, guys, let's
do it again.
Let's do it again. Like like fuck your work in the morning.
Oh no, I'm always in the morning now. It's like 6 to 2 or 6 to half.
Yeah, your shifts are rough right now.
Yeah, it'd be like that for a good while.
Yeah. Adulting.
Yay! Such is life.
Such is.
I need money.
I needs the monies. But yeah, I mean, this is, as I say, this is a problem. It's a big problem.
Nah, it's so cool. I'm seeing a Judge Dredd one, and I like Judge Dredd's
that's
sick.
That's a reskin of a game called Wildlands, and it's a deck building game. It's very hard. I suck at it.
Oh, deck building. See, I don't know if I'd like something like that.
No, not advanced deck building, not like long term. It's like you have every card has maybe 3 actions on it, and you need to be tactical about what you need to do because the card will not come back in that turn.
Oh,
that makes sense.
I think so. Yeah.
So like I needed to move, and I used the other moves. It's combinations of like move, attack, and so on, and it's dependent on zones. But Susan used to play the original Wildlands with me when I first got into board games. Pasted me.
Yeah.
Every time. And then funny, I was stacking the shelf yesterday and I was like, oh look, did you know this Judge Dredd one I've had for 3 years is a reskin of Wildlands? And she just went, ooh, Wildlands. I was like, yeah, because you fucking annihilated me. And now you're interested because you pasted me on it. Yeah, so more game nights needed.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I want at some point, and I know like our usual gaming group is you, me, Ricky, Danger, and Susan. Liam wants in though. Like Liam wants in, and I remember I asked him not long ago. I was like, "Oh, did you want to play game nights?" He said, "Oh yeah, I love that stuff." I was like, "Well, I did put in the group chat like a year ago." I was like, "Whoever's interested, let me know." Did you pipe up then? No, you fucking didn't. So it's not my fault. But yeah, I more game nights. More game nights.
Oh, definitely.
I really enjoy it.
Because like board games. I'm trying to think. I never really played them that much.
Well, I was like, you told me you were like D&D-er, but you didn't play board games, and I was like, well.
I mean, I'm trying to think. Board games would probably end in like arguments with me and my siblings. You know, like
4 brothers,
like Monopoly. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but now you've got the skills to put them through it.
Exactly. I have tactical advantage now.
Assert Dominance.
Oh god, like I remember playing on the Wii, like playing either Super Mario Bros. Or Mario Kart, or even Star Wars Battlefront 2 on the PS2, right? And my older brother, he would always destroy me in everything because he's 4 years older than me. So like I had no chance.
It's younger sibling and the fact that you're a sister.
Yeah.
You've had it rough. Did you like have to fight at the table for the scraps of food?
Nah, not really.
The little ones.
I'm bigger than my twin, so.
Oh wow.
Yeah, exactly.
You're bigger than me.
Nah. But then my 2 oldest brothers, they're like 23 years older than me, so.
23 old? You?
Yep.
So that would make them in the 40s.
40s, yep.
Wow. Wow, that's.
Yeah. They're technically half brothers, or the 2 older ones.
Yeah, that's weird. Like, not like, I don't
No,
know, it's fucking weird.
Oh, I'd say I'm leaving.
I just insult you repeatedly. But you know what I mean? Like, that whole thing of like.
Yeah, like for me, you don't think anything of it because it's normal. Like, I remember I'd go to school, I'd get picked up by one of them, and someone would say, "Is that your dad?" No, it's not my dad. It's my brother. What a stupid question.
Like, I mean, you could have freaked them out. Yeah, it's my boyfriend. I mean, that really would have caused some problems. But yeah, it's normal for you, as you say. Especially for me, I have no siblings.
No?
No.
Did you ever want siblings? Or?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Again, it always comes back to it, but especially with the autism. And although I didn't know I was autistic until I was 30. So when I was a little kid, I did not have a good childhood.
No.
No, it was bad, really bad. I went through a lot of trauma. It wasn't obviously very fun, but there was times, and I still remember, like when I was really at my worst, um, that I was like, if I had a brother and sister, I'd have someone to go through this with.
Yeah, like
So,
share it
and
with in a way.
that's actually, now I'm older, I'm like, that's really selfish. I mean, okay, yes, I was a kid when I was saying it,
Mm-hmm.
but it was really selfish because I'm sitting there going, I want somebody else to suffer with me. When I'm older, I'm like, well, thank fuck,
Yeah.
because
But
yeah,
like I wouldn't say you just like share it with like you'd want someone to compute that with and explain, no? Like
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So I wouldn't say it's selfish. It just
yeah. I mean, yes, in that sense, and I think as well because I had friends when I was younger, when I was little, but it was very like I would have to control the friend group.
mm.
I was that kid. It was like, right, we're gonna play this today. We're doing this. You are my toys. But no, like when I was on my own, I was like, I still am now. Like the violin's coming out, but I always feel very, very, very lonely. Like I don't connect with people. So that ties into if I had a brother or sister that was possibly also autistic and understood the way I think, and the way I feel and react to things, then yeah. So I think yes, I did want one. Maybe just for completely selfish reasons. But yeah, definitely. But I'm not sure I want one that's in their 40s.
No. Yeah, it's wild.
I might go the other way. They're just like, taking you to Pound Town today, little man. Swirlies.
Like yeah, because I think born 82 and 83.
Oh.
So yeah, 40, 42, 43.
So maybe, is this why you know what VHS is?
Yeah, probably, yeah. Like that and the fact my mum just doesn't like throwing things away. Like, I'm trying to think. My first console, probably the Wii or a DS.
No.
No, what?
I'm so old. My first console that I had, like, to piss about on was a tiny little Atari, which is still in my dad's. It was like a
Oh,
wee.
that's cool. You still have it.
Oh, it's like I don't know if it works. It was a really like small, not like a proper Atari. It was like a joystick that you plugged in and it went, almost like a plug and play.
Oh wow.
But before plug and play was even a thing. And then my first proper console was a Mega Drive.
Mega Drive. Is that Sega?
See the way you said that. See the way, Mega Drive. What's is that Sega? Yes, it's fucking Sega.
It is. Oh, I got it right.
Yes, it is Sega. Well done.
Thank you. Well, my.
Yeah, Sega.
So what games like Sonic?
Sonic was with it. I played Sonic. Vivid memory that I have. So back then I was living with my mother. And then weekends I'd go see my dad. So my dad had the Mega Drive to begin with. And I remember he was. See now again. This could be a tism thing. The way my memory perceives it, because I didn't understand what the fuck he was doing. But I remember going in for the weekend, and he turned the TV on, and this cityscape, pixelated.
Yeah.
But, I'd never
So
seen
cool.
anything like it.
Yeah.
And obviously he was turning on for me to go, ooh my god. But I just kind of went, and I didn't react obviously. But I remember it. I remember the cityscape, and I remember the tune, and I can hear the tune as I heard it the first time, and it was Streets of Rage.
I have heard of that.
Which is a banging soundtrack. It's one of the best video game soundtracks ever. And the theme just started playing, and then it just came up with some amazing music, and I was like, what is this? And it was the first game I had on the Genesis. And then a couple of weeks later I went back up, and it was Tim Burton's Batman.
Oh,
which
nice.
is fucking hard, not necessarily a good game, very unfair, but again, a banging soundtrack.
Yeah. Was it like ripped straight from the film?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yes,
Danny Elfman.
No. The music, the theme was.
Oh, no.
But the actual video game music of the levels was mental good.
Its own thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. It wasn't just like video gaming music. It was like like major to minor. It had like highs and lows and swings. In particular, when you get to play the Batmobile, it turns from a side scroll into a top down shooter.
Oh, cool. It's a cool fusion of like.
Oh wait, it's not top down. It's side on. It's a weird isometric, but it's the music for that is like
amazing.
Oh yeah.
You still
that was my Mick Gordon. That was like my doom. But yeah, that was like the first memory I have of a proper game. And then I ended up getting a Super Nintendo eventually. And
Oh, cool. Yes, that's so cool. Though. Like classic consoles.
yeah,
You know.
they're not they're
So
oh ah ah.
classic just means cool. No.
Umbar, we're changing it. I'm dropping Jenny on her head on the floor. She keeps reminding me I'm old. I don't like it. It's not nice. Yeah, that was my first ones.
Oh wow. Like for me, so all the Lego games, obviously Lego Star Wars, Lego Indiana Jones, Lego Batman, first two games. Also, obviously Wii Sports Resort.
Everybody had Wii
Oh
Sports.
yeah, class.
Wii Sports was really-
What else? The Indiana Jones game that was Staff of Kings
Oh.
on the Wii, which was probably not great, but it was cool to me.
Oh well,
And, yeah,
you grew up with motion controls.
yeah.
That's
To actually reload the gun, you had to
Yeah,
move the
yeah,
nunchuck. What else? Oh, obviously like Mario Kart, Super Mario Bros. What else? And then we got a PS2, which would have been like, I don't know, probably like outdated at the time.
yeah.
But I didn't know. Like to me, it was just like, oh, this is
It
cool.
wasn't
this is a
that
console.
outdated. Like it was Oh no, it would have been. Did the Wii come in with the PS3?
Yeah, I want to say.
Oh,
it
so it's a
was-
console generation
yeah.
back. Yeah.
But I didn't know. Like I think my mum got offline, or sorry, online, not offline.
Yeah.
What am I saying? So like Star Wars Battlefront 2.
Excellent game.
What else? Oh, this is annoying. There's so many. Oh no, the Spider-Man games that tied into the Raimi films.
Oh,
So we had all three of them.
Two's
But
the best.
yeah. Oh no, my balloon. That fucking kid and his balloon. She just super glued it to his hand. But like the first game, I could never play. It was too difficult.
Yeah.
Because you couldn't actually go on the street, and it was like stealth.
Oh, the smoke, wasn't it? Like
Mm-hmm.
the draw distance thing.
The second one, I didn't play that much either. I know it's a classic one. I've gone
Yeah.
back and I've played it, but for me, it was Spider-Man 3 with the symbiote suit.
Oh, symbiote suit. Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. Oh, I love that. And for some reason, I think it had Morbius in it. Like it had a vampire. It diverted from the films, but it had the film's audio.
It added comic book stuff to it. There was another one on the PS2 that was really good with Spider-Man Unlimited. So it took that engine and it cell-shaded it. It was also really good.
Was that the one with was it? Who voiced it? Was it Neil Patrick Harris? Am I getting mixed up?
Yes,
Yeah.
I think could be, yeah. And Venom in that was like a brick shit house. He was massive. It was huge.
Also, the animated series, the one that tied into the Raimi films, that was Neil Patrick Harris is Spider-Man. Like I remember that. Just the
Yes.
yeah, just the theme of that to me is so nostalgic.
Oh, that's
Like-
your era of it. Yeah, I'm so old now. I remember seeing Spider-Man in the cinema, and I was like, "This is amazing. I've never seen a superhero on the screen." And now, like, you can't not see fucking superheroes. But yeah, PS2 was my jam. PS2 was like my big main console through my teen years.
Oh, Tony Hawk Underground. How
Yeah,
could I forget that?
well,
Pro Skater. Sorry.
Underground. Tony Hawk's 2 was my first one. on the
Pro Skater.
PlayStation.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, on the PlayStation. That was my first one. Soundtrack again, amazing. But PS2, I had like loads of games. I had when I was a teenager, I used to hang at his other guy's house, a flat. Adrian, he was like my best mate. So everyone just basically, I essentially moved into this flat without moving into it, and then he moved away, and his dad. It was like a very like quick thing. His dad was like, "You're wasting your life up here," which he was to an extent, and he was like, "You got better opportunities down there." So his dad was like, "Right, we're moving." And I'm not joking, it must have been at least like fucking 200 of my PS2 games ended up my skip.
Oh no.
And they were fucking good games that I had.
Yeah.
and
They didn't even give it back to you. Like that's.
It was like, well, the weird thing is, I ended up hiking 2 bin bags and a rucksack full of games back to mine, not realizing that I had on. There's about another 2 bags missing.
Yeah.
They ended up getting turfed.
Oh, it sucks.
And I was raging. I was so, yeah. I mean, not everything would have been classics that I owned.
No, but still, like, yeah, it's
Like, one of my favorite games is biased, but one of my favorite games, PlayStation, is Punisher. It's so fucked up.
yeah.
It's like it's like when you shoot, it looks like comic book moving. When you shoot them, they have bullet holes.
Yeah. Oh, cool.
Like, how many games do you actually like back in the PS2 with these? Like, and it was like pierced it bullet holes, like exploded it.
yeah.
Limbs would come flying off. A whole system where you tortured them. If you killed them, you lose points. But if you kept torturing them, you got more points as long as you got the information. But to make it that it wasn't fucked up, which, I mean, it's Punisher, it has to be fucked up. But to make it that it's not fucked up, right? You are fully allowed to torture them win the mini game. And by the way, there's many choices. You could bash their face in, you could choke them, you could like smash their face into the ground.
Of course.
You could take them to objects and like threaten to put their head in a drill. Right? If you then chose to drill their head, you lost all the points from the mini game, right?
Oh, right.
Arcade style.
Yeah, I get that.
But you were allowed to take them away from the thing you were going to kill them with, and then snap their neck and you're fine.
That was fine, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Using the objects.
Or let them go and just riddle them with bullets, but you couldn't finish the minigame with the thing you were torturing them with, because obviously it was too fucked up.
Yeah. Oh, right.
This game was so creative with what it was doing. Like I remember one that I don't think I've ever seen it done again. It was a car shop mafia were using like stripping cars, and you had to torture a guy over the chroming pit thing, you know, the liquid.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you put his head into it, he'd come out with a chromed head, and when you let go, he'd just go donk.
That's just Terminator 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's like jungle levels where you threaten someone and throw them, and an anaconda would catch them and eat them.
Oh, that's cool. Like back when games were like really creative.
Because
now it's
they're over there, but I've got like a huge Punisher collection, particularly Garth Ennis's run.
Yeah.
The video game's based on the Garth Ennis comic books as well.
Oh, cool. I've not actually like watched The Punisher. Like the Netflix one, sorry.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No,
Not missing much.
no, they're good. John Bernthal is the Punisher. He's the best actor to ever do it. He's 100% understands the character, and he's actually brings more to it than what I think the comic book archetype does. The first season of Punisher is a bit of a slog to get through, but it's good. It's like a wee bit more of an espionage thing. The second season is good, but the villain, it didn't go far enough with it.
Ah, right. What was the rating? I'm assuming it had to be like 15 or something.
Oh, 18.
Oh, it's 18.
Had to be an 18.
Oh, right.
Had to be. If it was a 15, I'd be very surprised.
Because that was Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Because like I think I started watching.
It's on Disney now.
It's all connected to, like, there's Iron Fist. There's the what are they called?
Yeah, technically, John Barthel's Punisher appeared in Daredevil season 2.
Oh,
That's when he's introduced. Then he gets his own one. I don't think he's not in the Iron Fist stuff, and he's not in Luke Cage
or
and
Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones was good. He's not in that stuff, but he's in Back Again, in Daredevil Born Again.
Oh, right. Because I think I watched the first 2 seasons of Daredevil and then stopped. I'm like quite bad for doing that, like watching halfway through something and then giving up.
Speaking of which, I'm going to flip this table. I'm going to Hulk out. Jenny, have you watched Halloween movies yet?
No. I'm sorry, I still haven't.
Do you know what? I'm actually tempted. I don't know if Ricky would be interested, because Ricky kind of likes he likes John Carpenter. I've been like on a John Carpenter binge, getting as many John Carpenter Blu-rays as I can. I'm actually tempted to organise a day of just watching Halloween movies.
That'd be sick if we could.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to organise something like that, because then I can get you to sit and watch it.
Yeah, I need
and
to.
then you can watch the first film and go, nah.
No, I'm sure I'll love it, because like recently what I've been watching, obviously, I watched Queen of the Ring. Have you seen it advertised?
No, well, how did you watch it? Through means.
Yes, through means.
Through means. I want to see it because I hear it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's okay.
Middle.
Yeah. I'm not going to spoil anything, but like, just the pacing, it seems quite off. The pacing was quite distracting for me, because the plot was they tried to cover her whole life basically.
Yeah.
And it was 2 hours and 20. But to be fair, it was good. But it did confuse me, and sometimes it was a bit cliche, but still interesting.
Biographies, especially historical ones, do tend to be.
And it has Walton Goggins in it too.
Oh, well, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I thought I was quite surprised, because I didn't realize. I saw all the promotion material. I saw like a couple of trailers, and I didn't realize that the lead actress was. This might be not your thing. I dropped off after like season 3, but it was Felicity from the Green Arrow TV show.
Oh yeah, well I went on her IMDb and I was like, she looks familiar. What has she been in? Arrow. What the hell's Arrow?
Yeah, I was like, I couldn't believe it. Like, I was like, I know you. I know you. I used to watch you.
I got her mixed up with the actress who plays what's her name? You know, Nick Fury's second in command, basically.
Oh, Maria Hill.
Yes, I got her mixed up with that actress.
Yeah.
Because they look similar, but I was completely wrong.
I'll get that. I think I'm going to have to wind down now. which I don't want to because there's so many more nerdy things. So what I definitely would say is that we're gonna have to get you back for more nerd talk.
Definitely.
I am actually working on some ideas at the moment where I can do some slightly different content, but I'm working on some ideas and I've got some folk to talk to about it, and I think you'll be one of that folk I need to talk to about it. So
Cool.
so as long as you enjoyed this, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
No, I'm never coming back.
Never coming
This is
back.
the end. I'm just going to disappear off into the sunset after this.
That's it. Just like a Fallout episode. No, it wasn't for me. Wasn't for me. Nah, done. So before we wind down, because I know he'll fucking ride my arse into the end of time, which is usually my go-to sentence on this, right? So I received a message
Okay.
from somebody, okay? I've got the background story of it, but obviously he wants it out there. What's the story with Big Bitch?
Okay. I did not expect that. What's the story with Big Bitch?
What's the story with Big Bitch?
So, I want to say like 2 years ago now.
2 years ago.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a good while ago. It was Danger's birthday, or it was the day before his birthday, so it would have been Christmas Eve. I was working, but obviously we're closed at 7. So I ran into Ricky because he was buying like a tequila rose or something. He's like, "Oh, it's Danger's birthday party, or we're going out for drinks and that, and just hanging and playing Mario Party. Are you wanting to come?" And I'm like, "Oh, it'd be great if you don't mind."
Just two adults corrupting a teenager. Yeah.
So it was me, Ricky Danger, and their friend Elsa. I want to say.
Yes.
Who's up from up from Glasgow. So I went round, and then we started playing Mario Party. First off, I've never played that before. And there's mini games in that, right?
Yes.
So I can't remember what one it was. I think it was you're raising flags and you have to press the corresponding color, but you can like swap out. So it was just me and Danger left. And then this fucking Koopa Trooper, like he puts one up and then he switches it. So I clicked the wrong one and I said, "Yeah, big bitch." But of course, Ricky thought I was calling Danger a big bitch, and I wasn't. I was insulting the thing on the TV, but they couldn't stop laughing.
So now Ricky has made that it's all about Danger. Yeah, he's always picking on Danger. He's always picking on Danger.
Must be his job at this point.
Let's go kick Conor Rose's ass. It must be a full-time job by now. But no, it's been a really good chat. It's been a different vibe for a podcast for me because obviously it's very nerdy stuff. We love the nerdy stuff, and I don't really get to talk about it much. And I feel like that was a drop in the ocean of what we could be talking about.
Oh yeah,
we don't even touch TV, like more TV stuff and movies and things. But thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, I've got something embarrassing for you.
No.
So we knew it was your birthday, me and Susan.
Okay.
And we were out getting something for my birthday. And the place we were at, I was like, that we can't leave here without getting it. Now I don't know if it's any use to you because I'm old.
Okay.
But I saw it and I was like, we've got to get it. And Susan was like, absolutely. So we got you just this. It's not much, but we picked you up.
Oh, what?
A wee thingy. So
Thank
that's
so
just for your birthday.
No way. That's so sick.
Because it's a ghost face card holder Percy thing. And
thank you so much.
Because Jenny absolutely, which we didn't even touch, Jenny loves Ghostface.
I do. I should have worn my Ghostface jumper.
Do you know what? There might be Halloween podcasts.
Oh, surely.
Yeah, they have to. I mean, it'd be a bit difficult if you're in the Ghostface mask.
What's your favorite scary movie?
I have too many to answer that question. But again, thank you
so much.
It's been good fun having you on, and I'm definitely going to do it again. I'll have to do the YouTube bit. So if you want to get in touch with me, it's official. Let's talk about me at gmail.com. Instagram is Let's Talk About Me 1, and the TikTok is Let's Talk About Me 6. If you are watching this video, you have found it on the YouTubes. Have a cookie. And now that I have done the YouTube bullshit, once again, thank you, Jenny, for coming on. Again, don't feel there was a fraction of what we could have spoke about. For all I know, I feel like we completely alienated the audience and just had a chat with ourselves in this one. This is the podcast about it was just for us.
Yes.
Just to talk this. Because we don't get a chance. Because usually it's it's 5 minutes when they're off to the shop on board game night, or we get like maybe 5-10 minutes at a wrestling
Training,
show when we're
yeah.
not talking about wrestling or training.
Yeah.
Where I get like 5 minutes and then it's like, right, let's get back to battering
Let's go and
each other.
kick someone in the head, you know.
So kick Conor Rose's head. It does catch on. It does. It just feels right.
It's gonna be contagious soon.
Yeah, bitch. Yeah,
big bitch. I think I said it with such anger though because I'd been drinking.
Especially if it had been 2 years ago, you would have been like quite. You still would have been in that little bit more introvert bit. So I think it's more the fact that you let that out. It must have caught on. But yeah, once again, thank you for coming on.
No,
Great
thank you for
fun.
having me.
Nah, and we'll get you on again.
That'd be great.
Peace.